Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Obo, and I'm joined by Sir Crash II, also known as Crash Jr., also known as Young Crash, and on the camera is Bible Klinger. And tonight we have a banger matchup. It's a playoff matchup, a quarterfinal matchup here in the Nova Division between Smokewalkers and the Pterodactyls. It's SAR versus SMH. Sir Crash, how are we feeling about this tonight?
Feeling pretty good going into the quarterfinals. Excited to see what these Novas have in store for us on our first map.
Absolutely, and our first map will be Inferno Classic. It's the pick of SAR. And SAR will begin this map on the T side, so it'll be offense first. Frisky coming out on this pistol round with the utility. It's a smoke towards middle. Carnage. He'll jump spot across, and it's the triple stack for the Smokewalkers on B. Some presence shown for the T's, but it's only nades. 4 towards middle, as just one holds that B aggression. Now Fraud begins to engage with this anti-boiler position supported by 2 teammates. And they want to clear apps, and they want to do it methodically. It's Dylan Carnage who will be the first hurdle, and he is concerned about multiple angles. Peeking across towards mid, he will give the sound cues away towards both the mid and the apps player, and that means Fraud. He'll be able to get that easy pick out towards Boiler here now. It's long haul comes the push. Cisco Brando towards Pit. He'll find 1 damage on the second, but that's it. The rotate comes in, and the triple stack on B means that the double kill on A locks the CTs out. A fight towards Arch comes in here. Sir Natural with support from his teammate finds the kill with Sauce from this Arch to follow things up, but Frisky has a headshot in mind. Notorious now in towards CT spawn. Constellation frags are all he could find, but none are on the board here as Sir Natural finds another one, and Pterodactyls, they go up 1-0 here in this quarterfinal match.
Pterodactyls off to a hot start here. Love to see that slow, methodical start, just really grinding into that pace of the pistol, setting the tone of the game so far.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if they continue to go slow, they change it up, and how Smokewalkers respond to that. Carnage and Co. Low buy, only Cisco has really spent any money here, the dual Bs. Otherwise, it's USPs across the board, and Pterodactyls, they're equally cheap as they expect this low buy. It's Mac 10s for 3, a dual B for Clapper, and Frisky with the Scout on Inferno. An interesting choice, but he might have some, confidence with his aim. It might be headshot time for Frisky. In the meantime, for the Pterodactyls, it's going to be a B hit. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say. Smoke towards B, one Coffin, one CT, and the hit will ensue. Steveosaurus here to defend from Coffin. It's a kill from Fraud onto Notorious. Steve tries to do some damage, but the MAC-10s fire far too quickly. Awesome. Now in the smoke, he takes some damage. It may or may not have been heard. Irregardless, the round is over. Sauce still continuing to push in towards Coffin. He'd like to find something. Clapper, it's a smoke kill through CT, and Sir Natural, he's going to find that Sauce in Church. Dylan Carnage drops in CT, and that's a quick 2-0 from the Pterodactyls. So the full save here from Smokewalker's crash means we should expect some resistance in this upcoming round.
Yep, looking at that buy that we've got going on now from the Smokewalkers, really going to try to hold down this bonus round from the Pterodactyls. Really eager to see how aggressive. Actually, no, they are forcing up. They're getting AKs now, I see.
Yeah, the buy will come out, and you're right, they will upgrade to some AKs here, so trying to be prepared for the counter buy that will be coming in assuredly from Smokewalkers, and it's the lowest gun on the CT side that finds the opening. It's Nick-Time Rush to drop to the FAMAS. Sir Natural gets traded on the other side of the map, or does the trading on the other side of the map. That's Sauce to go down, and it's a 4v4 here with 1:30 left to go as this round continues to play out its opening moments. It's top mid control following the early pick, as well as banana control, despite the other pick for the T side here. As they continue to creep up Arch here, there looks like there may be an engagement. As they flash into Arch, peek found, and kill as well from Frisky. It's Sir Natural to smoke off the short side from Boiler, and the T's still hesitant. Wish to dot their I's and cross their T's. In fact, they'll go aggressive after doing so, pushing into CT, and that's when they forget it's Steveosaurus to strike. Sir Natural finds the trade, and so any lapse in judgment insofar as holding CT goes should have been assuaged with that kill. A big one from Notorious, if he could have followed it up, but Fraud, he's in a good position here to trade, and that means it's a 1v2 here for a rotating Cisco. Sir Natural will hear the steps, and it's simply 3-0 here for SAR.
So Natural really starting to light up the board a little bit early on here. Let's see if he can keep that pace, though. Trying those AKs up into that buy round of the Smokewalkers seems like a pretty good investment, actually.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When it pays off, you know, it feels great, and you never know how MAC-10s would have fared in the positions they were in, and you never know how they would have changed their behavior if they had MAC-10s. But the winning behavior continues here from SAR as the opening pick is found onto Dylan in towards that apps. He was trying to take a fight in towards window. It's the T's who will come out on top. The CTs are in a low buy, so it was a desperate peek regardless. You know, not an even fight, not a fair fight, but that's what you gotta do with the pistol sometimes. You gotta try something a little crazy. So it's the early man advantage here for the T side, and Crash, it looks like they're gonna continue that methodical behavior even when they're a man up in eco rounds like this.
Honestly, best way to do it, in my opinion, really don't want to try to walk into these tight chokeholds that Inferno is known for against these pistols. Can really get out of hand if you let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, and they're going to continue that methodicalness with a smoke and a smoke kill here from Fraud. He saw him before the smoke popped, and now it's just a pistol split. I should say balcony. It's Cisco with a double kill, so we'll take it for the bank. But it should be moot, as the bomb is planted in the smoke to boot. Two CTs rotating in here from that CT side. And it's a pistol and a scout. So again, we're going to see a scout on this map. Last time it was the T side. This time it's the CT side. They love their scouts.
Hey, that one shot. Oops, sorry.
No, keep going. The one-shot headshot, right?
Yep, that one-shot headshot is always a favorite of mine, especially when they can just get around that corner, get that nice movement speed bonus, and just plop ahead and tuck back in the corner before they can even see it coming.
Well, Noto's going to do that with the 5-7, and unfortunately, Nick-Time Rush and Fraud are going to stop any possibility from that happening from the scout, but you're right. It can be fast, and it can be dangerous. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that quick scoping combat scouting action here on Inferno if they continue to buy that gun on the low buy rounds. I think it'll be fun. So it's 4-0 here. Pterodactyls, they continue their winning ways, but it's a full buy on either side. We have an op for either side. Maybe not the most common thing to see on Inferno, but it'll be banana control first. 2 CTs here to defend, and 2 Ts notably have the bomb with them. A CT will leave his teammate. That's Noto. He's leaving his teammate here on sandbags a little bit, but that's okay. Steve will be able to find one. Fraud finds the trade, and Noto now maybe wishing he was a little bit closer to be able to find that trade back. As they say, a 1v1 trade favors the T side, but maybe not so much when the CTs have such map control. Alt mid is being currently cleared out by Cisco Brando, and top mid being held by Dylan Carnage means this 4v4 may end up favoring the CTs. Mid peaked, but Frisky already posted on an angle that Dylan assumed clear. Means that Cisco Brando has a mountain's worth of work to do here on the A-bomb side, and he'll begin it with a kill. Now bringing things back into a 3v3 scenario. It may seem even until you realize the bomb side has been taken. Now Sauce drops, and that man advantage or even equal man situation disappears here for the CTs. They're caught out of position and frankly out of time here, Crash, as Pterodactyls look to find their potentially 5th round here as Cisco fights up short.
I don't know. I think we might be able to equalize it here as Cisco's taking that aggressive peek under the porch position. Hopefully that we can get Smoke Hunters on the board here, though. Going down 0-5 to start isn't always a great start.
No, and maybe that goaded them into the retake a little bit there when potentially they should have saved, although you were right, they equalized it and they almost had the other kill as well. So you can't blame them for trying, especially in a 2v2, the way they made it at the end, but unfortunately it will be 5-0 here for Pterodactyls.
No, but the bomb does get an extra kill at the end of the round, trying to drop that damage just a little bit off.
Yeah, you kind of hate to see that, although, you know, there is the new bomb radius going on, and Inferno is a lesser played map, so maybe there's just a little bit of experience that's needing to be gained, you know, as far as the new mechanics go, right?
Oh, of course, that shockwave mechanic I've personally grown to love so far.
I think it's cool.
But it does,
yeah.
it does mess with my sense of like, hey, where am I actually safe on these maps now?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, you gotta adapt, and like, sometimes it's tough to adapt, and sometimes it's annoying, but you know, I'd rather have to adapt to changes that are at least decent than like not have any changes and have a stale game, you know, that sort of thing. So not like they're upending the game and doing crazy stuff, you know. It's interesting, and it adds to the tactical decision making a person might make. So I say that's that's in the spirit of Counter-Strike, I say.
It is, and from like a VXF standpoint, I really love the shockwave and the way it pulses through in the audio. It's just such a cool, deliberate choice by Valve.
It is cool. It feels very modern to me as well. So, anyway, here we go. Round number 6. The Pterodactyls. They look to continue their reign of terror. Banana control in an open heavy banana control. There's 2 towards bottom mid. Well, now 3. 1 pivoting between banana and bottom mid, and another in banana. The 5th was an alt, and now he comes towards bottom mid himself. So all 5 Ts are grouped up in this space, and it may come back to bite them. 2 CTs have pushed up alt mid here. One has begun to hold the angle from mid up towards bracket. The other has pushed, which means number 5 here, Dylan Carnage, should be rotating towards B. Unfortunately, for the T side, Sauce is going to find Frisky as he comes back to check the flank. Sauce with a double kill here is going to throw things into disarray for this T side. Finally, the flank comes to fruition. And Sir Natural is going to try to make that sense of things here. B site, a frag found, and an opening potentially as well. There is a player here, but he's locked up behind the smoke. He may be boosted up here on the pots. It's hard to tell. He is, and the frag is found. No trade to be had as he drops, and his teammate sprays the other through the smoke for a good 50 or more damage. Bomb planted. 3v2 found here for the CTs. They need to convert this 5v3, which has become a 2v3, now a 1v3. Dylan Carnage approaches this final Sir Natural, who holds coffins from that church position. Now, trading positions in the smoke here might be the only play that Sir Natural can make to win this round for himself. It's not exactly planted for him as the team shot comes in from Dylan Carnage. The frags not being found, and Sir Natural to peek. There's the first frag. The defuse is coming in, and Steve for the trade. And it's a first round here for the Smoke Walkers in this quarterfinal here on Inferno.
You can really tell that Smoke Walkers just really wanted to get that round. Little jumpy on the trigger coming through the smoke. Fortunately,
they took care of business anyway.
Yeah, fortunately that didn't even out the disadvantage a little bit in the favor of Pterodactyls.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, just goes to show the mid round they matter so much, regardless of what happens in the early round, barring you know 3 deaths. That double kill could have been washed away, and instead, it's hung high like a picture on the fridge. Smoke Walkers with that first all-important round, and Sauce, he wants to push the issue here in Apps. He's in bedroom here, and he's peeking out, and he's finding a nick-time rush with his pants down. However, he forgot to pull his own up as Fraud shoots him in the back. Now it's an even 4v4 here for the T's. Damage dealt to Frisky, so potentially slight advantage for the Smoke Walkers, depending on the situation here. Now 3 players stacking over towards A in light of that kill for the Smoke Walkers, which leaves Stevosaurus alone here on B. 2 CTs, or excuse me, 2 Ts on either side of the map, but the bomb leaning towards B, so they appear to be just looking for their picks. And this smoke on B will afford Steve the time to enjoy a rotation from his teammate Noto comes in from that CT side. And whether it's the smoke, the flash, maybe footsteps heard, either way, the bomb will rotate out of Banana, and it's up towards mid they go. Arch is smoked off. Number 5 here, Dylan Carnage, is waiting on the site as one comes up, one comes short, one is waiting in towards bracket. And it's the plant that comes in before the bomb site check that affords Dylan Carnage not only the first, but the second. His teammate finds a kill in the meantime, which leaves Fraud alone here in a 1v4 scenario. Bomb down, and Fraud down too. Noto with the kill on the rotate, and a big double from Dylan, and some excellent utility usage on top Banana. And that's a very well, you know, rounded team play victory here for the Smokewalkers.
Yeah, love to see it. Even with that slower, methodical style from Pterodactyls on that round just previous, the CTs there really just holding their own, not giving up any ground, playing those positions that you really do need to check sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, and it just goes to show that Smokewalkers are able to adapt a little bit, or at least it appears they are. And we'll see how that adaptation goes back and forth throughout this game. For this round, though, we might devolve a little bit. It's all pistols here for the T side, and it's a rush out mid. Nick Time finds one with that Glock, but it's a triple kill from the CT's back. Nice job from Cisco to find 2 of them. Sauce gets 1 before he goes down, and that leaves just 2 Glocks. Or, well, 1 Glock and a P250 here for the T's, as this eco round, you know, dissolves in front of our eyes. Crash.
Yeah, was hoping to see a little bit more out of that Abs presence. Looks like maybe their mid smoke failed just a little bit, wasn't deep enough. But hey, sometimes you just gotta get a little crazy when you get to the pistols, especially on that T side. You want to try to get close, get those Glocks into the burst, and especially in the apartments, and just really take that choke of their own. Good play by Smokewalkers here, trying to stay back, playing those a little bit longer angles in those tight parts of the map.
Yeah, I have to agree. They set up a nice crossfire in mid, and you're right, they played the longer angles. It makes you wonder if they're tracking the economy very well here, and well, it makes you wonder that they might be tracking it very well. And that's good for them. And even if they weren't, good, solid, you know, fundamentals. And, you know, on the Pterodactyl side, you're right, they may have missed that mid smoke, but I guess the silver lining is the best round to miss a smoke is the control round, right? So hopefully they'll learn from that for the next go round, right?
Hopefully. Looks like Sir Natural's going to be saving that AK Mexi, bring that into the next round.
Yeah, with 2200, you know, you can do that. You can afford to not make any money this upcoming round, and you know, he's not going to win anything. You know, he's not going to win the round, and you know, we'll take it. He can get his armor, he can get his nades. But a big round here for the Pterodactyls, economy-wise, and particularly for Sir Natural. And they recognize that as they take a time out here to potentially talk over the economy, but more likely to talk over the strat for this all-important round.
Be interesting to see. They've been very slow and methodical. Minus on that Glock pistol round or Glock round on the eco. They've been just really slow. I want to see if they can pick up that pace, maybe take a little bit faster banana control, see if they can get ahead of that util and really take down those CTs, setting up for B control.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what they should do. You hit the nail on the head. You know, Counter-Strike is about conditioning your opponent and then breaking those rules that you've set at the right time. And this might be that right time for SAR, not only to break the rules, but to avoid their own economy being broken and to put Smokewalkers on the first step to that same fate here. It's 5-3. We're in round number 9 here as Sauce flashes in mid.
Ooh, those nades though. That
Big
aggression that
damage.
I mentioned, punished.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They did the right thing, but they were punished for it, and maybe they just needed to keep that train going a little further because the damage, while it's troubling, is not defeating. That said, Smokewalkers, they haven't made any sort of rotation over this B bomb site, so there's no critical information gained, at least not enough to encourage a rotate, which means SAR are potentially in a relatively equivalent position now as they may have been had they rushed. Only two defenders here, but all four of these SAR players at top banana with their fifth at bottom, and he begins to rejoin his comrades as smokes are lined up in banana and defenses are solid and solidified here on the B bomb site. Frisky retreats back towards mid to clear the flank. He's only got the deagle.
Got a CT pushing up through TAPs though.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That shot from lower banana is going to give him a sound cue as to where these T's are, but it may not matter because they all move. In fact, fast up banana is Frisky with his teammates. It's a kill from Noto. Supernatural with a trade. Nick now finds Steve on the bomb site. Dylan is here, but he's behind the smoke, and the grenade is close to a kill, but it's not quite there to get it. There's two players here with a total of 10 HP for the T side, and Fraud, one of them with that single point of HP, is going to take down Dylan, and that's a massive kill, and that should prompt the CT to save. Instead, it prompts a push through a smoke, and Cisco finds a kill alongside his teammate. Awesome. It's a nice flash. Now they push up towards mid. From mid, or from top banana, I should say. Sauce finds a kill with the Molotov. He's not peeking in towards the Fraud. It's towards Dark is Supernatural. He finds the first kill, and Cisco with the trade. And who saves on a 4v2 retake? Not Smokewalkers. They win the round. And all of a sudden, this match that seemed like it might run away from us is running away from the Pterodactyls as Smoke come within one.
Yeah, that aggression that I mentioned earlier in the tactical timeout really punished. I've got to wonder if Smokewalkers during the tactical timeout from the Pterodactyls thought about that aggression and said, "Hey, they're probably going to keep it simple, stupid. Rush B."
Yeah, and maybe they did, and you know, you have to assume when your opponent takes a timeout, that's probably the most likely time for them to make a change in play. And if the Smokewalkers were smart enough to consider that, then they made the right adjustment. And that's exactly what I was talking about when I asked the question, you know, how are things going to go back and forth as these teams adjust and adapt to each other? It looks like they're going to be exciting. It's Fraud that comes out short, nothing short of exciting for him. It's a kill. Lots of damage dealt means Dylan and Cisco are going to easily trade things back. It's an off for Dylan and the kill on Fraud for Cisco. That leaves the T's in a man disadvantage here, though Frisky has something to say about that. A bad position from Team Stevosaurus, misunderstanding the function of the angles there, leaves the B-bomb site wide open. Frisky knows this is a potential option. He throws a useless molly on towards site, but the smoke towards CT will find more effect. 3 T's cross onto the bomb site, and Frisky wants to get this coffin control. He knows there could be a play here that Smoke will give things up. His peak will find the kill. It's not Frisky, it's Supernatural. The AK peeks that confidently against the stand off. And Noto, not expecting this close angle, will still find the kill on Supernatural. Now it's a 2v2 here. Frisky holding with the up towards New Box. Both CT players coming in from the CT area. One has made his way in through Church. The fight towards Banana begins. It's actually first Oranges. No kill found means time ticks off this clock. Frisky finds the angle, but not the kill. It's the second shot that will do him good, and Nick, in the nick of time, finds Noto in towards Spools, as it was once known. That's a 6 for SAR, and a very important 6 as they avoid a tie game here.
Yeah, it's got to be good for the confidence, especially after getting almost what was essentially anti-threaded that previous round.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question, and it's another full buy this round, so another opportunity for stratting and anti-stratting here. It's banana control early, at least partially for this T side. A molly from the CT side will keep one at bay. It'll do a great job of keeping one at bay. You know, it's a little investment for a lot of effect. Nick, though, begins to continue to investigate banana while Sauce chooses to investigate boiler here. There's a smoke down from the T's, or from the CTs, excuse me. And Cisco has been holding long haul this whole time, so they should know that's clear. And Clapper's going to fail a jump here that will give away information. It's a smoke short for the T's. No bomb held, but bracket control incoming. Cisco is going to find a peek onto Supernatural and almost the drop on him, but it's Supernatural to find the kill. Sauce finds the drop on Frisky through the smoke. It's Supernatural, Fraud finds the kill on him. Now it's Dylan with the trade on Supernatural, which leaves us in a 3v3 here. It's Arch control taken and damaged out, but no kill found. Dylan's tucked in on side. Library P comes in here from number 3. That's Noto, and he'll find a kill. Dylan finds one on Clapper as he comes out. Apps, it's time for Nick. It's a rush for Nick if he wins this clutch. It's a 3v1. There's a smoke down in front of him. He knows of one player. He knows the other is on site, but his back is turned. It's a big kill for Nick. He knows of one other. The other is unknown. The bomb plant will come in. Now it will come in. Creeping up towards the bomb site is Noto. It's time for the peak for the Nick time rush, and for some reason he looks to his right. The bomb plant found, and a good effort, right? That's participation award worthy if I ever saw. No, I'm just kidding. It was a good try. He got the bomb plant and got an early kill to enable that bomb plant. That'll keep their economy chugging along here. Look at this.
Yep, going into that last round, keeping the economy up, definitely important.
Yeah, and even with those slight boons from the kill and the bomb plant, it's a Galil and a Smack 10 here for Clapper and Fraud. So concessions made. And not the fun kind that you get at a baseball game. It's Dylan Carnage to hold top mid with the op here. It's 3-2 setup here from the Smokewalkers like you might expect to see. On the other hand, Pterodactyls, they've got 4 towards bottom banana and just 1 lurking in towards app. So you could guess where they may want to go. But a round is a long thing. Frisky holding in towards the anti-boiler here. Just hoping the CTs overstep. But these CTs, they're holding nice, passive, but also team-oriented angles. It's a push now coming in from apps. As soon as I praise them, they make a bit of a mistake. It's Sauce Awesome coming up this long haul. Frisky holding patiently will find his time is worth it. That early kill.
Sorry.
No.
Back to that slow, methodical start that we saw out of them, getting that early round pick. Probably going to split the defense up a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. And you would think that maybe you would draw a rotate from B, but Noto himself has gone onto the B bomb site, so they've chosen to basically go turtle mode here. Oh, and Carnage, he spots him. That's a big spot. Frisky looking the wrong way. Oh, it's a crazy smoke spray from Fraud. I don't know if he saw him before the smoke pop, but it was enough to do 90 damage, 80 damage. And the AK will be picked up here, so a fairly good trade, all things considered here from that T side, until Fraud makes the massive mistake of peeking through a smoke with the op, or against an op, I should say. Cisco Brando's going to find another planter, not checking his angles. Nick time rush. He's going to find the trade here. It's a 2v3, and a missed shot will enable a potential bomb plant here with 7 seconds, 6 seconds. The bomb will go down, so Natural finds Dylan on the op. That's a big kill. Noto coming up. He doesn't need to wait for his teammate. It's already trying to deny the bomb plant. Instead, he himself will be denied his Nick time rush with the frag. A nice headshot on the AK leaves Steve Asaurus alone in a 1v2 situation here as he walks up towards the bomb site. He knows there's a player here on default. He just needs to find the other one. At least the info, it's the frag, and no noise will be given away by this long haul player, Steve. He's detrimented to himself as he's certain it's short. Instead, it's apps. A 7-5 half here from Terror as they recover in spite of
They definitely did recover their oboe. A little bit shaky in that mid-round. Smokehouse really trying to get into their own. Showing that they have some fight left as well. But here we go on to the now. We're going back into the pistol. It seems like we're going to have a fast B hit, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Smoke do have some fight in them, and those nades prove it. A kill on the Frisky and another on the Fraud with the pistol means Dylan Carnage is able to just swing sight and find Nick. So a stack is, useless here for Pterodactyls as Smokewalkers just tear them apart piece by piece, excellently executed. And look at this damage that's been done to Smokewalkers. Some, I think, came from nades, some certainly from pistols, but just not enough to finish the kills. And there's a nearby universe in which Pterodactyls, have a greater dent on these T's or even potentially win this round with all the damage down. It's going to be Clapper to try to change that narrative with a double kill here in towards that church position. These low players don't matter when he hits headshots like that, but the time is low and the kit is on Supernatural, who is already seemingly acquiesced. And so a couple of nice headshots will make this round look better than it did in reality here for Clapper as he finds a third. But truthfully, it was a smack from the smoke as they find their 6th round and an all-important second pistol.
Clapper getting some good damage down on the board, though. Really going to boost up his economy fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh my gosh, it should be it should be an interesting round with these Mech 10s. I mean, it definitely could be cash money time. Hopefully they all find one. The only problem with buying this many Mech 10s is that means even if things go perfectly, you've got that many Mech 10s that you got to get rid of. Nades down mid are meaningless when Mech 10s rush up. It's damage dealt from the CT side, but kills found from the T's make it a kills. That's 2 on A dead. It was a B stack, so that means these pistols must rotate in against these Smack 10s, and the bomb will be planted. Frisky coming in through bracket here. He's been heard, but he snuck through the smoke into Boiler. It's Cisco to find a kill on Nick Time Rush in the meantime. Frisky could cause havoc, but the round is all but secured here.
Smokewalkers seem to have an idea that Frisky is in that apartment already, though. I saw a couple players on their screen looking towards apps. Well, maybe they think he's gotten away, though.
He does find that little bit of havoc, and they were watching it like you mentioned. But anyway, it's all for naught. Cisco finds a reloading Frisky, that USPS with only 12 shots to share. And that's a tie game here. A big round as the Pterodactyls and the Smokewalkers find themselves even early in the second half.
Maybe even early in the second half, but those CTs are upgrading those guns, and we see a lot of Mac 10s on Smokewalkers' sides.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder if they're playing this bonus round a little bit, you know, too greedily. They've got the money to upgrade, they've chosen not to, and in fact, their decision-making will reflect their weaponry. It's towards B they rush, and that's useful because one of these B players only has a deagle. They made some great ground early on, a smoke CT, but they were scared, and they backed off, and that is almost certainly to their detriment. I'm not sure what their spacing looked like. Maybe there's a little bit of a problem there that merited a cancel, but otherwise. And they couldn't have known that, you know, the player on site only had a deagle. So I'm metagaming a little bit on them, but they will back out into a bit of a default here. And if it was a default, it was a heavy default, but it's become a bracket take. A kill through the smoke is going to be found with the auto shotty, and we've seen, at least I've seen, a handful of teams and players using these auto shotties to basically look through smokes. You know, the bullets are so powerful, and there's so many in the cartridge or the buckshot that it sprays through smokes and it lets you see through. Now, Supernatural, he's seeing right through his opponents here. It's a 3 kill from Pit as I ramble about auto shotties, and that leaves Nick Time Rush to find the final kill. X Noto. He drops, and the Pterodactyls, they're going to take the lead here after the game was tied at 7. Supernatural from this pit position. The first one from the right, the second from the left. He reloads, finds the time, and then he will end up getting the 3rd kill. So it's just a really impressive play from him, and it's almost understated. You know, it looks great, and it has so much impact, but you blink and you miss it. Now it's Banana Control coming in here from the CT side. Only one player to fight here up towards top Banana, but he'll take a lot of map control by himself. The CTs are content to throw nades, but not so much to hold. It's Steve to take that ground and the smoke to block him off. He's got a teammate coming in behind him. The nade on the smoke will potentially enable some kills, but no. It's more or less a default here from the T's. Banana control taken, and the bomb wavers between mid and Banana before choosing Banana. Now back towards mid, so a minute left in the round, a minute 10, and the terrorists have plenty of time to decide where they would like to go here. Dylan, top mid, smoke towards Arch. He's showing presence. Whether or not this is where they'll end, we don't know. And the CTs don't either. Mission accomplished from Dylan's perspective. It's a flash and a smoke. Confusion found and a headshot as well. Nick through the smoke is dead. I don't know if he naded the smoke, hurt him, or just got lucky, but either way, it's an opener. A 4v5 here in the waning moments of this round here on Inferno. There's 30 seconds left. Frisky in towards the top of the second Orange's position, and his teammate is rotated out, probably due to that kill found in towards top mid. So now it's a 1v4 scenario here coming in from Frisky. He'll find the first drop in towards Orange's. Fraud finds the second kill through the smoke. There's no smoke. What's going on? No smoke. Frisky with the second headshot. It's Noto to trade things out now. A man advantage here for the CTs with only 10 seconds left to go. The bomb's down on the site. 8, 7. Noto's got to pick up the gun. In fact, he doesn't even think about the bomb. He thinks about the save. He'll find a kill on the retreat, but that's a 2v2 that dies to time here. As the CTs, they're going to find their 9th round, and this lead grows to 2 rounds.
Smoke, try to take a page out of Pterodactyl's book here. Grind that down, slow start to the round, slow mid round, just a little too slow in the pacing overall. Have to up that aggression at the end game of the round. Try to take some confident fights here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and maybe the spacing was a little bit off. They were unable to trade each other in the waning moments of that round, and that resulted in this situation where they couldn't plant the bomb and they were under siege. Now it's top mid that's under siege by a Glock. The Glock is laying down damage on the op. Frisky's getting gapped, but it's Fraud to find the first kill. He'll get traded out. Clapper, he's gonna find that trade as well. So it's a 4v3 scenario here favoring the CTs. And the terrorists continue to struggle. The smokewalkers, they continue to struggle to find their feet here in this second.
But getting to split up the CTs now, definitely going to help them out. Take that 4v3 and really turn it into a 2v3 on whatever site they decide to go to.
Yeah, and that's the best they can hope for. Stevosaurus, he's going to be checking apps as the team follows behind him. Presumably, they stand behind but not follow. He'll jump into apps, or at least just hold it as the sentry top mid. These smokewalkers, they're relatively grouped up in mid. They haven't made any commitment, and in fact, they're intelligently waiting for these CTs to make a potential aggressive mistake. That mistake won't come, and so the commit must from the terrorists. It's 30 seconds left, and it's up banana they go, 2 together, and a third trailing in tow, Noto and Co. It's a smoke towards CT and a fight towards Dark. Clapper, he's going to find that first kill. Dylan drops. Now Noto comes in towards that side. A nice headshot of the Clapper in towards Dark. Have they smoked CT? Yes, they have, so he can cross with safety. It's a 3v2 scenario. 10 seconds left. The bomb will go down. Now Steve needs to fight towards Papa to spot 1. He'll find the damage and the frag. Now it's a 2v2 scenario here. Even things up with the HP is not so. It's Frisky with the off. He'll make short work of any HP on Steve. Frag found. Nick time. He saw him on the screen. Was that a 4x3? It doesn't matter. He flicks back and finds the frag and the defuse as well. It's a 10th for the CTs.
SAR really starting to find their own again after letting those 5 rounds go on their T side. Starting to take more of a commanding lead now. I'm really hoping we can see Smokehouse gain that confidence that we were talking about earlier. They got some aggression, but they seem to just stall in that mid round a lot. Not sure if it's a confidence issue or a strat issue at this time.
Yeah, you never know, depending on the map, how confident players are, and depending on the side, how confident players are, and, the level of sophistication the team has together. But, you don't need to be sophisticated with an off sometimes. Sometimes you just need to move mouse and click mouse 1. And Frisky will do that on a flying Cisco Brando who tries to come out mid, maybe trying to play a timing. Maybe he wasn't expecting there to be a mid hold. But Frisky is there. And it's Nick time rush to hold this long haul here. He knows there may be a player. There's been plenty of time to walk up alt, and in fact there is. It's a shot, but not much else found from Nick. He'll deal some damage with that dig, but no kills. A couple of players tagged up. Sir Natural down to the 57. He's worse for wear. But still a man advantage here for the CTs as a minute approaches. Sir Natural! A nice little jump. Very, very excellent from him. And a nice smoke too. That's an intentional smoke, and that is sweaty. I mean, this is the perspective of a player who loves the game, because that's a lovely smoke. It's instead towards apps long haul that most of this hit will come. He will still be effective, but his smoke may not be so much. Head spotted by Sauce. It might be a bit of an observer thing here, but he's not going to take the shot, and it's dropped He will, and then he will shoot. Sir Natural himself will drop. The kill found on Nick means Sir Natural has to go big, and he'll only find one. Two more players dropping out of apps, and another coming up bracket means this A bomb site is wide open. A rotate had been drawn for these CTs in towards Arch, and that's Frisky. He has to come back to the bomb site, try to do something sauce. He will overface a very bad peek from him, and Frisky, that'll find them a way back into this round. It's a 3v2, and Inferno retakes can be difficult, but with a man advantage, you can start to do something. That man advantage will be equalized. Noto on the side. He gets kill. He has to reload. He's got a teammate in the form of Steve Source. They're off on site. It's Frisky to find the first, Clapper to find the second. Steve drops down short, and the bomb defuse will ensue here. The Pterodactyls, even in these tough situations, whether it's a clean sweep or a tough one, they are the ones that are coming out on top on the second half right now, Crash.
Yep, they seem to be doing that now. Found their footing, really, just forcing these mistakes out of the Smokewalkers right now. Some positioning issues, maybe with the scout, bad peaks, maybe on a pit. Good to get the pistols kills ringing out. Good confidence in taking those duels. Just couldn't find that finish.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to the playoffs and when it comes to, you know, the actual game time, you know, the serious moment in the season, sometimes those minor things, they can start to, you know, be neglected, and maybe it's nerves, or maybe it's just one team having a little bit of an edge over others. But the point is those details, they really matter, and they matter more in those clutch moments. And right now, it's SAR who have the details down. Frisky and Co here on this B bomb side. It's a 3-man stack and a player boosted. They have the op here as well, so it's strength in numbers and in firepower here for the CTs on B. Plenty of map control taken by the Smokewalkers towards top B, but no commitment yet as the bomb is dropped towards bottom B, and the Smokewalkers continue to probe towards Arch mid and apps. Cisco jumping up into apps, and Steve holding diligently onto top banana. A patient T side here. They know there's a lot on the line. It's a 3-map series, but going down one map in a best of 3 is obviously not ideal. And it feels like that essence is being reflected in the attitude of the Smokewalkers here on this all-important late round. It's 11-7, and the execute will come out here towards B. Resource will throw the molly in. It will be a very effective molly as it negates a double man boost on Nubox here that included an off. There's still 3 players here towards this B bomb site. Clapper takes a lovely angle as his offer is to his left. A peek from the smoke is going to come out from Fraud. It's Frisky for 1, Fraud for 2. Trades come out. Sauce and Dylan find 1 apiece, but Frisky remains alive on the side until Dylan has something to say. So a huge double kill, but the bomb! Oh, there's no time! The round's over! Counter-terrorists win! I don't know how I didn't notice that until the very end, and the CT certainly didn't either because they were flying towards the site. But Crash,
The
how
trades
about
just
that?
the trades just kept coming in. The fights just couldn't stop. There wasn't enough time to get that bomb down. That's that problem that you have when you play these really, really, really slow rounds. We gotta find that mid-round aggression, like I've been saying. Just sitting, waiting can be good, but when the CTs are set up like they were, it just makes it really hard to find that aggression and really get into the site with time to still plan.
Oh my gosh, you're right. And you wonder if the moment got to them. But that moment we'll have to wait for now. It's Nick Time Rush. It has to fight 3 men up towards the Sauce finds the trade. Cisco finds an unsuspecting Fraud as his speed is top-notch. Sir Natural towards Apps spots the one and alternate up short, so it's all on him, and that's a nice shot from Sir Natural. The star of A bomb site to his side. It's a double kill, almost the triple. Oh! The spray transfer is completed. No left alone. It's a 1v3 hands of Notorious. But can he do it? Sir Natural inflicting fatal wounds.
So Natural inflicting almost supernatural damage here, Robo.
You're right. The pun is perfect, almost as perfect as the spray transfer, even more perfect than the spray transfer. It could have been quicker. Now Sir Natural with the nade out. It doesn't matter. Clapper with the final kill. And holy cow, what a way to close things. Sir Natural, a triple kill. He needed a little help from Clapper there in the end, but he takes care of business in top, or in alt, or in balcony here. Oh, and look at that. I mean, it was still clean, even though it wasn't perfect. It was beautiful. Those 2 kills at the end to top off that triple kill and to top off this game here. It's Inferno. It's going the way of the Smokehouse. and that's a big win for them.
Love to see it from them, honestly. Though, just have to see what's coming up next. Pterodactyls taking that first map.
Oh, sorry,
Definitely going to put them in the
pterodactyls, not
confidence.
smokehouse. My bad.
It's okay. Pterodactyls definitely taking that first match. Going to bring them very confidently into our next match, Obo.
Yeah, I mean, and they should be. It's a best of three. There's a lot of Counter Strike to play, and I'll correct myself again. It was SAR who won that first map, not Smokehouse. I got mixed up. But yeah, the pterodactyls going into this Mirage with a winning mindset. So Mirage, it's a pretty puggy map. Everyone plays it. It could be kind of a situation where maybe you can just kind of settle in and get comfortable as the winner of this previous match, and maybe just start playing your game and riding that high and riding the momentum. What do you think Smokewalkers have to do to overcome this obstacle that is now one map deep for them?
Well, I think, like you said, Mirage, super puggy map. We all know it. We all love it. It's a classic map for a reason. Can really take those mid fights, take that heavy mid presence. Is what I really like to do as a T on the attacking side. We'll see what side they end up getting. If they get the defense, we'll see how they adapt. Probably, I want to see a lot of mid presence here, defaulting out a little bit, maybe taking some early A main presence with an op, trying to catch that guy peeking the bench, crossing the con if they can do so.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
maybe we see a little bit more of a disciplined play style like we were seeing on Inferno, where we have a little bit more strat setup. We're setting up those smokes, we're setting up those flashes, trying to get our teams in and just grind them down instead of showing our aim, showing our brain.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're definitely right, and in either way, whichever team goes about it, hopefully it's a coordinated and well thought out approach. And hopefully we get a third map, because it's always exciting when things go down to the wire, and on Mirage anything could happen. So we're going to hope for a bounce back here, and we're going to bounce it to a break as well, I think, as we prepare for map number 2. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's map 2 here in Nova quarterfinals here. It's Mirage. It's me, Obo. It's Sir Crash the second, and it's Bible Clinger on the camera here. It's map 2.
Pterodactyls really pulling away with it after dropping those 5 rounds after a really dominant streak to start. Hoping to see what they can do here on Mirage though. See if they can keep that pace, keep that winning streak going. Or maybe we see Smokehouse here start to claw it back, push us into a map 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what we'd like to see. More Counter-Strike is always better, but we'll have to focus on Mirage for now. Smokehouse, they're coming into their map pick. It should be an interesting battle here as these quarterfinals, they continue. T side for Smokewalkers, CT side for the Pterodactyls, and we're getting right into it. I see a kid on Frisky, some nades on Supernatural. Meanwhile, we have 3 smokes on the T side here, so tactics potentially.
Probably gonna go for that win. Oh, sorry. Probably gonna go for that window smoke, arch smoke, and maybe the Belk smoke to jump out. A little bit surprised.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about that. They smoke everything and they get 2 kills from it. A quick flank is going to come in here from Frisky. He's going to check his corner, but kind of half-ass it. Cisco Brando, he's going to find the kill as Frisky discount double checks in apps. And it's a 2v4, 2v5 here for the CTs as they begin this retake. Not dissuaded just yet. Next time rush, he's going to rush out himself. It's the frag from Steve on bench. And now in towards window goes Noto, and a kill found on Supernatural.
Smokehouse, so they're definitely starting out hot on their map pick. Seeming a bit more confident, a little more aggressive. Just definitely ready. Even ready for Frisky's flank.
Yeah. Very prepared. You know, and when you take a bomb site so cleanly like that and get those 2 kills so cleanly, it means that you can start focusing on the 2nd and 3rd levels of your kind of thought tree, you know, the things that are important. And one of those things that comes after taking the bomb site is checking your flank and holding your flank, and that was able to happen because of the effectiveness of their take. And it's another take, this time towards A. It's a triple stack. Make it a all 5 stack here on the A bomb side if you count the connector guy. Supernatural, he's gonna find the first kill on a Dylan Carter coming out towards his apps position. Now it's a trade. It's a double kill for Supernatural on that smack 10. Make it a triple kill. Oh my goodness, he's going ham. Kills found for the CT side. And the T side means this is a 2v1 situation. Fraud pushes out to kill. Awesome! Oh!
What
Sir
a
Natural with
nade!
the Kobe! Downtown! Sir Natural, a triple kill on the Smack 10. And if that wasn't enough, he pulls up for the jumper and hits it Money Merrill style. That's a 3-pointer. Here we go, Sir Natural. He's going to finish this round off with this dunk!
Absolutely slammed it into the face of the Smokewalkers here.
He's breaking backboards like Shaquille O'Neal. Now it's Frisky out towards mid. It's the scope, but just the scout. Oh, I take it back. It isn't off. It's a nice buy here from the CT side. Yeah, it's a nice buy. It's the T's who are limited because they are the ones who lost the follow-up. It's a smack 10 round here for the T's.
Supernatural being able to afford that op and probably drop it over with those Mac 10 kills.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, how could I forget? Plus the grenade. I mean, he's a rich man, but he's spreading the wealth, you know, and that's a good thing to see here on the CT side as they gear up in this one-to-one match. Nick dropping a nade over towards his teammate and reoccupying connector. Kill over towards B first, and a second as well. That'll put Steve in a position to find one in mid. So naturally he trades things out. Now it's Sauce that actually finds one in mid. Excuse me. He found his two on the B bomb site, and that's where the bomb will be planted. It's Frisky with the op. He's gonna blow the smoke. He's gonna try to draw attention. He's gonna try to find a kill, but it's behind him that the kill will be found, and that kill will be found onto him, but not before he gets Steve coming out of this market position. So a good little effort from Frisky, but his time, it was always limited. Now Sir Natural, he knows his time is up. He'll likely save this AK, and we're going to find a 2-1 lead here for the Smokewalkers early on Mirage.
These teams aren't only trading players, they are trading rounds right now. An electric start to this map, too.
Yeah, and Sir Natural, he's going to try to shake things up a little bit more himself with a couple of exit kills, but he's not electric enough. And Dylan, he's going to find that one. So no AK saved either for Pterodactyls as they experience the doldrums of a potential save.
Yeah, it's a tough round to lose, especially having that op given over to the terrorist side now. Let's see if they're going to get that aggressiveness and see if they take that A-main peek like I was asking for earlier.
Yeah, and here it comes from Dylan. He's peeking with the op. The CTs, however, they will not face. They will choose to stack B on this eco round. It's Frisky towards mid. And he's got a little bit of support up on Catwalk, but the other three CTs, they're stacked on B, and there's a jump spot coming out. So trying to maybe just show like a normal level of presence to goad an unsuspecting T side into a B hit, but instead the walkers will be diligent, and it's out A and out underpass they come. Bomb's still in towards T-spawn, so they're seemingly willing to rotate anywhere. And it's actually the CTs who will begin their rotation up Cat. Sauce, he's going to find a double kill. It's a third coming in from Cisco Brando. He steals it from Sauce with the nade. Now Sauce, he tries to find that third, but it's Cisco Brando again to take it. Not so much stolen that time as he does a majority of the damage, it appears. And now it appears Frisky is all alone. He's got a friend in jungle. Maybe not so friendly. Now they're definitely not friends.
I don't think they'll be friends after that one.
No, but Frisky, he finds an AK, so friendship terminated. But upgrade worth it. Frisky, he's gonna find another kill. Worth it.
Getting surrounded though, pinched here.
Yeah, I mean, but was it worth it? Let's see the bomb. He continues to tick. He peeks out and towards this rat while he finds the face, but not the frag. He's gonna jump out towards mid, towards his death. He may have survived if he chose to just stay in towards window. Not worth it. Well, maybe. He got a couple of kills. But either way, it's a 3-1 round lead here for the Smokewalkers.
Really showing that, hey, even though we did take a little bit of a beating on Inferno, this is our map, and we are here to play at this point. We're confident, we're aggressive, we're going to take these fights, and we're going to show you what we're made of.
Yeah, you know, and it sucks going down a map, but if you had to go to map 3, wouldn't you rather have one map 2? Wouldn't you rather have the momentum in your favor? And it is certainly momentum that continues to go in the favor of Smokewalkers as Noto comes out mid, and he finds that opening frag in an aggressive player jumping out of that window position. I'm not sure if that was the op or if he had a rifle or what he did. It was Frisky. He is known to op for the CT side. Either way, the aggression does not pay off. It's a man advantage for the Smokewalkers, and more ground gained in towards mid as smoke will be naded as it fades, and it will enable Noto to clear that connector position out. He sprays and then returns the map control to the CT side. A nade towards Van will do nothing but give information away to the CTs. Noto, he's found a lot of space up Cat, and in fact, I think in spite of the noise he's made, he's gone unheard until potentially that moment. Clapper is holding in front of McDonald's here, and Noto on a bit of an off angle may not expect it. If he did, he didn't do enough to kill him. It's a lot of damage, but no frag found. It's Sauce to come in through this Apps position. He needs to begin to crack open this bomb site as his teammates come up from Cat. It's Fraud on the bomb site to get the first kill. He was too focused on the bomb site, or on the Cat player. Dylan, meanwhile, is going to find a player in towards mid as he comes up Cat. It's a crunch onto this B bomb site that continues to happen, but slowly. Clapper on this get right position under window, waiting for this Cat push to come in, and maybe the peak will happen. The shoulder first. The leg next. The frag, finally, Fraud. He's going to find one on the flank. Cisco, meanwhile, trades Clapper out. That leaves us in a 1v1 situation here. 20 seconds left. The bomb needs to be retrieved. Cisco finds it. Steps given. Information, yes. But Fraud still left in the dark. With 15 seconds left here, Cisco may not know he can run yet. He's got 10 seconds. He's got to get to the damn bomb site here. He's running. Pull the bomb out.
Gonna be close to have that bomb plant down, but
Yes.
Fraud already in position to kind of take him off of that plant. But he waits. He gets the plant.
Yeah, he does, and maybe he's afraid of giving him footsteps. Maybe he's too far away to hear the bomb plant was so down to the wire. Either way, he's elected caution, and that caution may pay off. He's snuck out onto this bomb site here, while the CT control has been taken by Cisco. Now, this has enabled Fraud to methodically clear these positions, and he should be looking back towards CT right about now. He should know it's either CT or Palace. The Molly is down. The bomb plant. It's almost like the bomb plant was so not for CT, right? That's
just
the
don't
last
expect
place he
it.
was expecting. He cleared everything else, including the Molly. The only place left he could have been was CT. He still didn't check it because the bomb was so not planned for CT. It's just funny how it works like that sometimes, you know?
No, I think he failed that Molly A main. Though I think that was intended for Palace to kind
Oh,
of
I
hold that
see.
off. So he had to turn back around too. But speaking of opping right now, we've seen Dylan on the op for the last few rounds with the terrorists. I think they're doing spawn based here, trying to get that APIC just like we said.
Yeah, and things pay off not only in the form of a pick, but information gained that will enable the fight to be easier for this Palace player. He won't close things out. It's belabored, but it's found. It's a kill from Noto, and it's only stairs held by the CT. As another player comes in through this connector position, Noto is going to be taken down by Nick Time Rush. It's a tap from the 5-7. A dink from the 5-7 is found before he drops from 2v3, 2v4, favoring the G's, make it a 1v4, make it an 1v3. A nice kill from Fraud with the P250, but Cisco trades things out quickly. The bomb plant comes in before the round ends, and Smokewalkers cruise into their 5th round. And the Pterodactyls, they slide into a timeout.
Smokewalker's really showing that aggression that I was hoping to see on the Inferno game here. Just loving the confidence from them so far. SAR really have to kind of try to figure it out. Maybe some like util slow them down, stop taking those early fights maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say, and, you know, it's really tough to sometimes can be really tough to piece the puzzle together when you're down 1-5, when you're in a playoff match, but they have the benefit of it being early in the game. They have the benefit of being up a match, and they should take it seriously, but, you know, no differently than they would take any other match, because that's when you start to behave differently than the team that got you where you are now. And that's who they should be. They should be themselves, because that's the best way to get a win. You're not going to reinvent yourself, the wheel, and win a game all at once. But the Pterodactyls, they do certainly need to make some adjustments here, as they're down 1-5 on the CT side.
Smokewalker's a bit slower now, a little more methodical, kind of reminiscent of that that SAR gameplay on Inferno. Nades raining down on A main though.
Yeah, and the damage will be significant, but no kills found yet. Stevosaurus and Noto, they're trying to work out A. Now it's just Noto. He may have spotted the player ticket. I don't think so. The nade comes out. It'll give away his position. Another nade as well. But it's all a distraction. It's towards B that this hit will come, and his distraction has been relatively effective. He will go down, but instead it's a 1v4 here on the B bomb site for a moment. As the T's, they push in. Frisky intelligently nades the smoke and finds the kill. Fraud, he's going to get a second as they come out apps. And it's just Sauce here in bench. He gets a consolation frag onto Fraud, but it's Nick Time Rush for the trade. And the Pterodactyls, they finally break the ice here on their 2nd round.
Great B hold by the CTs there, honestly. Good early round damage on the A main, securing control of A, saying, hey guys, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of info going on here. Let's start to lean towards B and stop them before they can even really get their feet on the ground jumping out of that apartment.
Yeah, and they had to react quickly. There was a moment in time where there was only one player on B, as the T's were in apps, but the CTs rotated in quickly, and not only did they do that, they made intelligent plays like nading smokes to activate themselves. And it's supernatural to be activated in towards ramp. A nice flash will blind his opponent. The frag isn't found, but the M4 silencer is off. A sign of disrespect? I don't know. Either way, supernatural here. He's going to hold Palace. And there is a player here. The question is the timing. The timing will not be good for Sinatral, and in fact, his audio should have been given away! A little bit of a slow reaction on either side. Maybe it was a scope situation for Dylan, but either way, the frag will be found. And that's an opening kill for the Smokewalkers as they look to reverse the scenario. After Pterodactyls had found their second round, it's a drop out of apps for Noto, and he's going to find a lot of space here, especially with that smoke. There's only a player in towards stairs to hold things in this great positioning and wherewithal from Noto. I mean, he's very clearly a skilled player. He's very clearly a cerebral player. Clapper's going to find a kill in the meantime. Noto's going to trade things out, keep things positive here for the T's on this A-bomb side. He's just doing things as a one-man army. His right-hand man and Cisco Brando will take things out from Connector. That's a double kill from him. Now it's Clapper alone in a 1v4 situation here in the bomb site. A has fallen. A shoulder spotted, a frag found, but it's all for naught, as the B bomb site will be the home of a cowering Clapper on this 8th round.
Smokehouse responding back fast, just saying, no, we are not letting you get a foothold in this match. Clapper, though, starting to get some damage down on the board, making his M4 really pay it for itself at the moment. Try to get some eco, get some money for these next 2 rounds coming up.
Yeah, and if you can't win a round, the next best thing is to save a gun, and if you're going to save a gun, it's a nice to get a couple of kills to boot and an AK.
Even with the upgrade now, too. Yeah.
Yep. Worth it. I mean, you'd like to win rounds, so, not the first thing that you're thinking of, but worth it in the end for sure. And another tactical timeout is going to come out from the Pterodactyls here. So two timeouts coming in early, and, they definitely need to make a difference or to make a change here. So hopefully this is the thing that will make the difference for them.
I liked seeing Sir Natural's aggression in a main earlier. I think he just got a little too greedy there, took that space and tried to take a little bit more and just got caught out and punished for it.
Yeah, he took the space nicely, like you said, and unfortunately he didn't win the fight. The flashed enemy was able to dip behind the angle, but then you're right, he might have overstayed his welcome a little bit and, was trying to get that kill that he missed early on. Not really to his own fault in the first place. So we'll see how things maybe change or maybe don't change here in this tough round coming up here for the Pterodactyls. They're a little bit low on nades on a couple players.
Oh! What a shot by Dylan, though, taking out Sir Natural Scout early.
Yeah, and a nice angle to be holding, and that's a nice angle for the Scout to be taking a fight at. He will actually land the shot onto Dylan, so there's a very nearby universe where Dylan's dead. But instead, he's the one to find the frag. A missed nade into stairs will bounce into sandwich. A return nade will smoke off the Palace player, but Noto has been confident before. Why would we expect that to change now? It's risky from jungle to peek into Palace. He'll actually find that kill under Noto, so an unsuspecting Noto drops to that jungle player. Now it's Nick time. Rush. He's going to transition into an under Palace position, and while this position wasn't cleared, the forward positioning of the T's would lead you to believe they won't re-clear this under Palace position, especially with Clapper beginning to make some noises towards triple, but that's not before Steve gets a kill on Frisky coming up short. It's a kill for Clapper, but a trade from Dylan here. It's going to make things a little bit awkward here for the CTs because Nick is here on the bomb side, but they have a man disadvantage until he chimes in. The awkwardness transfers. It's now Smokewalkers who need to figure things out. Ends a backstab from Fraud to do a kill and a half. Cisco Brando, 28 HP, alone in a 1v2. He can't find the frag. It's Nick from the bomb site to take him down. And a third round worth its weight in gold here for the CT side.
Most definitely. Nick, great repositioning on that final kill of the round, going from under Palace to default. But Dylan with the amazing opening shot on a main.
Yeah. I mean, that's so important. And, opening picks like that really changed the complexion of a round. And even though the Smokewalkers weren't able to convert that round, they should, continue doing things like that. And they should say to themselves, well, the opening part of that round that went right, and that's a green check mark for us. And we're going to convert a majority of rounds where we open rounds like that. And if we're not, obviously we got to go back to the drawing board. But it's a long way to say it wasn't all bad for Smoke in that loss. And when you're up 4 rounds, you can afford to lose 1. So that lead drops to 3 here for the CT or for the C side here on Mirage, map 2 of our Nova quarterfinals.
SAR, interestingly enough, already taking another tactical timeout, trying to kind of decide, hey, how are we going to deal with this eco coming in from Smokehouse?
Yeah, absolutely, and it is an eco coming in from Smokehouse, but a well thought out one. At least it appears to be with the nades in hand. Those nades will begin to leave hands. Cisco Brando lines up the window smoke here. Oh, he changes it to the one that I know. So maybe the first lineup was a door smoke, although I have seen people throwing that low. And now he's looking somewhere else to make me wonder if he can smoke CT from here, which you can, but that's not the right lineup. This, however, will go in towards window, and that one will go towards door. I don't know where the hell that one's going. Probably cat, but it's a B execute for these T's, and it's a pistol round that could prove dangerous. Clapper, he's going to find the first, make it 2 from bench. Nota's going to trade him out as that M4A1S runs out of ammunition. Fraud here from apps or from balcony. Excuse me, he's going to get killed from balcony. He's dead and the gun is recovered. Still a 3v2 favoring the pterodactyls. The bomb will be planted. Planted in towards empty. We got 1 cat, 1 flank in apps, 1 market. Frisky's coming in with the op. Will make him a little bit less mobile. And 2 guns recovered here for the T's. Makes this, you know, a fairly even situation despite the man advantage for the CTs. This nade is going to give away some major positioning. Cisco Brando finds the kill over the smoke, and he finds the kill onto the catwalk player. Now it's a 1v2 scenario, and what did I say before? He's got an op, Frisky does, and that makes this near impossible. The bomb is ticking down with about 10 seconds or so left to go. He's got to act now, and that action, well, it'll find a frag. And I said 10 seconds, but it was more like 15. Now it's down to 5. And the jig is up. It's over. He's out of there. He'll survive, but it's a round for the Smokewalkers.
Smokewalkers really converting on that eco. Great util out of Cisco, and then coming into the site and picking up so many kills.
Yeah, pivotal kills too. And not only that, he had the 180 to get him. He killed the one guy and he turned around to get the other guy. Catwalk. It was a big deal. It was a good job watching the smokes and, you know, recognizing the kind of funky angles that are you know, bred around smokes when they're not fully covering angles. Like that door angle was not fully covered by that smoke, and so just very good kind of cerebral play and keeping track of things. Now it's up mid, do these CTs track, but it's Dylan to track that first frag. Fraud, he's going to try to track down a trade, but it's just an 8. 50 damage dealt. So a consolation prize as the opening frag goes towards the Smokewalkers. Fraud. Holding cat with this MP9, not an ideal weapon in this position. Can be very situational. He's jumped up into a nice angle to hold with this MP9. Holding this underpass area, and there is a player here. It just is a question of angles. Who will peek who, and if they will peek the right angle at the right time. Fraud becoming impatient here. And Frisky in towards CT is ready for Noto to be coming out towards this A bomb site. So you'll have to forgive me. I miss how that developed, but a lot of ground being taken for the T's on this A bomb site. It'll yield them a kill now as the trade comes in. It's a man advantage here still for the T's. Frisky, he's trying to hold in towards CT, but the bomb is on the way and the smoke has been dropped. So now the plant needs to happen. It's being planted, and that smoke, that's actually a really dangerous smoke. If he was playing a little bit close to the Opera, could have found a kill, but instead it's Sauce Awesome to drop Clapper. The Opera now playing in towards CT a little bit closer, but still not looking over the smoke. It's less important now. In a 4v2, the save has already been called.
See, I like the save here, but I honestly kind of want to see Nick get aggressive with that MP9 and see if he can do some damage and upgrade that weapon.
Definitely. Yeah, Frisky. He's actually
Frisky
dropped
confident.
his op. He dropped his op to pick up this AK. He's gonna go get it. He's gonna go back and get it. But oh, well, I didn't even see Sauce
held
there.
down.
Yeah. Oh boy. So bad to worse here from Pterodactyls is Smokewalkers. They're gonna find a Pterodactyls. They only get to bring in an MP9, not even the off that they were hoping for. And this first half, it's well, it's making me feel like we might be seeing a map 3.
You may be feeling that right now, Obo, but hey, like I said last night when I was watching the Guardian game, we had a 9-3 half in our second match.
That's right.
We had 9 in a row from the team that was down to actually get to match point and then eventually win that game and tie the score up 1-1.
Yeah. Well, just no matter what the scoreline shows, that's a perfect example for why players can't let the scoreline affect them. We can him and haw all we want, but they need to stay focused, and it's focused are Smokewalkers. They're focused on not giving up this lead, and they'll do so by finding an opening frag, as well as some early map control here towards B apartments. Clapper is close, but he's probably not expecting this close positioning. He will peek at the right time. Stab him! Come on! Scroll! What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Let
he
his
find
finger
him!
go
Why
down.
are we using our scroll wheels? It doesn't matter though. Kills are going to be found across the map. Well, maybe it did matter now because Sir Natural is going to trade one out with the scout, but the nade will come in. It's Kobe style, LeBron style, you name it. But so, it's like the butterfly effect. You just don't know how things could have been different if they were different, but they could have been. Instead, it's Clapper in a 1v3, and he will make things slightly different. He'll get a kill. But is that the difference that will make this round different? It's a 1v2, and he's got only 15 HP left. The T's know this A-bomb side is open. They will nade diligently. They will smoke correctly, and they will plant this bomb. They're looking to get this 9th round. Clapper, he's going to find this AK, he's going to find this Molly, he's going to find this timing of Khan. He's smoked off, that gives him a little space to work with. The Molly will give away his position, but it will clear one out on its own. The position is clear, but he doesn't know that. The Molly fading.
In a beautiful
Dylan.
position here.
Yes, in a great position here. And Clapper, out of 15 HP, I don't know if he's got the juice in him to do this.
AK's a little notorious for. Oh, never mind.
No one headshot potential that time. I think that's where you're going for. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Clapper here. Like, this is a classic case, like, of you see what he's doing here? He's got it. He doesn't have his stuff bound to his keys. He's scroll wheeling. He's scroll wheeling through his nades to get to his knife. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. See, my scroll wheel's faster than that, though. I don't feel like that might be his scroll wheel. I think
maybe his scroll wheel is so fast that 4 times in a row.
Listen,
if they win, we're gonna have to get him on the interview desk, and we're gonna have to see exactly what happened there. I think we're getting into the piss around here. We got a little bit of a visual difficulty here going on. We'll get this replay off the screen in a moment, but there is the piss around going down, and here we go. It's a 3v3 situation here. So Natural is going to find one. He's actually going to be taken down. It's Frisky to find the double kill, so it's a 2v2 situation here as the bomb goes down on the A-bomb side. Fraud will plant that bomb. Frisky's going to find a little bit of control in here towards stairs. That is until Cisco Brando takes him down. It's a little bit of an ill-advised peek from Frisky. That leaves Fraud in a 1v2 scenario here. He's got 46 HP. He's got to find headshots. It's just a Glock. He's behind the triple box. He's playing the angle correctly. Oh, he's just missing the back of his opponent. He'll find it just then. Headshot to boot. It's a 1v1 scenario here. Fraud with 46 HP. He'll know his opponent's coming from this direction. Peek comes out. Damage dealt both ways. Fraud down to 1 HP. He'll tuck into this cubby. In fact, he won't. He'll run. And oh my goodness, Cisco Brando's not going to clear the angle properly. He's not going to push out properly. That's going to leave Fraud with the right time to push through. Murder hole. The peek comes out. The shot is there. But no, Cisco Brando. It's not going to be there for you, the defuse. There's too little time left. Pterodactyls, they're going to find their 4th. And that was an electric pistol round and an electric end to one as well.
SAR starting to step it up now. Starting to show some signs of life.
Yes.
Here. Fraud. Definitely playing more of a cerebral game today, just getting into the pistol, taking those fights that he can, isolating those 1v1s, and then running away when he has the time. Open plant, perfect positioning by Fraud.
Yeah, I mean, just the hecticness, but the effectiveness in the hecticness is what was impressive from the Pterodactyls in that round. And Fraud, he's trying to continue his winning ways. As an instant trade coming out from him. Noto, he wants to push this position. It's being held, but not well enough. Fraud. Those winning ways end, at least on this round here, as the man advantage goes here in favor of the CTs. They try to compound that advantage, but Nick brings things back even.
Noto upgraded an AK, though.
Yep. And Clapper, he should have spotted this player in apps. He did. And so that means these T's know exactly where this guy is going to be at. And in spite of a little bit of information for Cisco, he's not going to be able to find any kills. Maybe a little damage dealt, but it's not enough. It's a 2v3 retake here on the B-bomb site. And a famously hard bomb site to retake. The scout shot will miss from Sir Natural. He's holding a nice angle. He'll rehold another nice one. Well, not really holding it. I would have liked him to post. He had the right idea, but it's okay.
Saw that gun barrel towards...
Yeah. Oh, Steve, he's gonna find a kill. From the cat. Oh my goodness. Somehow that kill is missed by what? How did that happen?
Retake by Smoke Walkers.
I mean, it's like. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Couple of missed shots by that scout, opening up market, panicking them, drawing that attention towards that market so we could just walk up past.
Yeah, well, and the second shot, or maybe it was the third one, but the last shot by the scout before he died, that looked like it was right on him. Like if that was me, I'm like throwing my hands up in the air, like, how did I not get the kill? And then as soon as that happens, he gets shot in the back, and the guy he doesn't kill kills the final teammate of his own. And so, in other words, it's all smoke walkers.
I mean, honestly, to me, it looked like there might have been a little bit of movement and accuracy, just pulling that bullet
Maybe.
into the wall instead.
Yeah. Yeah. I
We
mean,
got a
you
run
that
boost
could
here.
that could be it. You're right. There is a one run booster coming out, and it will be
Oh, a
failed.
failed
Frisky
run
with the
boost.
deagle. Yeah, I mean, he could have hit the shot and splatted the failed run boost. It's the P250 to fight that con player. The scout will kill him. And a nice shot from Dylan to find the headshot.
Down
And Frisky gets
two.
the wall bang through the corner, and he'll jump spot another two in towards bottom mid. So kills or not, the scout is doing worse this round. Damage found, but not kills. It's Sauce Awesome to kill one in bottom mid. Steve to find one of his own. Aggressive scout looks for the clip, but it's Steve. It's his clip. Well, it's a magazine. That'll find the kill from bottom connector. And that's 11-4 here for Smokewalkers.
Smokewalker's really showing, hey, even though we had that tough start, we're going to draw it back. We're going to go to map 3.
Yeah, and that always is like, a good sign for not only a team as a group, but each individual on a team when they can come back in a best of 3 series down a map and force it to a third. Dylan, damage dealt either way on these scouts. I think it was scout on scout violence there as both players go down to 31 HP, and it's mid control taken by these T's. Connector here still to contest as number 2 Notorious is going to drop a smoke and try to get a little cheeky. Some damage is going to be found in towards mid, but the kill will go the way of Fraud. Now Sauce is going to reoccupy Connector, and a nade from top Cat, as well as Connector, will do some damage, but it's mostly Sauce fighting that top mid position. He'll find a kill on Fraud as he peeks lower, almost sleeps at the wheel, but it's okay. Knock, knock, I'm awake. He'll find the frag on Nick Time Rush as he also peeks Connector. And a 3v4 ensues here for the CTs. A missed jump for Clapper and a kill for Dylan compounds problems. Information has been gathered. The kill has been found. Nade out means another piece of information for Clapper. He doesn't care how much HP he's got. 3, his teammate got 8. Well, his teammates got 0, but that double kill for Clapper keeps them in this round, and the damage onto Steve means that in spite of Clapper's 3 HP, this clutch is a little bit more doable. The bomb, not sure where it is, but it's not on Clapper's back. There it is, connector, thank you. Yeah, so the
Ducking
bomb
Khan.
is connector, yeah.
3 HP and a dream. Anything could happen. He's got to go for it at this point. We have too many rounds down to put them onto match point at this point. But a great positioning by Clapper here in that flank on Cat. I don't think the CTs expect it.
No, they don't. And in
Good
fact,
trigger discipline.
he spotted one player and he's heard the other. He's got 10 seconds to make this play work. Kill the guy mid, swing the guy apps. Here it comes. He's got to jump up. He's going to find the first kill. 7, 6. He knows the player's in here. Pulls the AK out, and he's not expecting him to be up close. Clapper had it in the palm of his hands, and he lets it slip. Pterodactyls are going to drop, and they're going to allow Smokewalkers to find map point here on map 2 of these Nova quarterfinals.
8 rounds in a row. That's what they need at this point. I mean, Obo, if I'm being slightly pessimistic here, with the buy that they have on board, I think we're going to a map 3.
Yeah, I don't think that's pessimistic. I think that's somehow still in the realm of optimistic. But outside A, they'll rush. They're going to try to negate any, difference in weapons with this rush. But it's the nade to bring things back into focus for these CTs. And that first kill will be found as well. Sauce, he's going to get the second Supernatural. He's going to find a trade. So a 3v4 situation ensues, and it's still possible. No, he's going to find Supernatural. Frisky, that's their smoke. He's going to kill of his own. Clapper, he seems like he knew there was one there, but lost him in the sauce him. And it's a 1v3 for Frisky. They should know he's up here. He got a kill by pushing through the smoke, and it looks like the ticket player's aware. This jungle player is certainly not. The call may have just come in. He begins to look at this connector, and now begins to look back towards window as time has elapsed. And Frisky could frankly find himself fraternizing with any form in any portion of this map.
Noto under Balk though, under Palace, I think he's gonna have that op in hand, but I
He
don't think he's
should.
able to see
Oh,
jungle.
there he
it
is. Just saw him doing
Shot
his
in the
job.
back.
So a 13-4 victory here for Smokewalkers, and it's like I said, maybe a little bit surprising when you can bounce back and win that second map after going down 1, but it's certainly surprising that you can do that, go down 1 map, and then come back and win the next map 13-4. There was definitely something different here.
Just a more confident team. They seem more at home in that almost puggy, not so much of a puggy style actually. Out of Smokewalkers on this Mirage, they seemed like they just were setting up their smokes properly, getting the good timings. They were just playing the map in a very strategic and very rigid way that pterodactyls couldn't just find a way through.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question, and it just definitely felt like they were comfortable, and like you said, they were structured. It seemed like they, it's the best combination, right? You're comfortable, but you also are executing a plan, and there's no better way to win a game of Counter Strike than to be comfortable with the plan that you're executing. So, Mirage, that will go the way of Smokewalkers. Pterodactyls, they took Inferno. And that means we have to go to Anubis here. It's going to be map 3 for these Nova quarterfinals coming up. And, we were talking about it a little bit before the game. The changes to Anubis, while old, at this point, I suppose, are still maybe worth mentioning. We think that they're good changes, Crash, right?
Oh, definitely. I love the change that they had for mid. It allows a little more pressure for those CTs to take it
Yeah.
early, but still allowing for that classic mid fight. But you can actually
Yeah.
now get that A stairs peek, maybe post an op up on that angle, see if you can catch somebody off guard, or even throw a flash through, get through the water fast, try to fast flank through a main. You're not as exposed as you were previously with that old mid hole.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like one of the things that Valve has understood and begun to understood and understood well over these past few years is that small changes to a map result in big consequences and big ramifications. And so yeah, they made some slight changes to Anubis, and then it's not changed the complexion of the map in its entirety, but it has made it different, and teams have had to adapt, and it's its aim is clear, right? It's aiming to address the fact that the map is T-sided, which you could argue that it's a good idea to have a T-sided map in the pool here or there. Those are less common than those CT-sided maps, but nonetheless, changes are good, at least when they're thoughtful, and they seem to be. So Anubis, there will need to be some thoughtfulness coming up from both teams if they want to take this one. It's been a grind so far. Will it be the brain or will it be the brawn? Potentially a combination of the two that will take things on Anubis. We'll let you know here in a minute. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's Nova quarterfinals. It's Entry Point Esports, and it's Anubis. It's Pterodactyls and the Smokewalkers trading blows on Inferno and Mirage, and now we come to map 3 here, Crash, as this night continues.
Gonna be a long one, but a good one. Had some very good matches so far. The first game, Pterodactyls seemed like they had a very confident play style to them. Inferno very comfortable, but Smokehouse answering back just as fast and just as decisively on Mirage. 13-4 for the scoreline. Absolutely has to be insane to get into that mindset and start to really hammer into the opponent going into match 3.
Yeah, and I'll repeat myself. It's better to go into map 3 having won the second map than the first map. At least that's my opinion, because you have the momentum on your side, and you mentioned it. They have a lot of momentum on their side. That 13-4 or 13-3 win, whatever it was huge, right? And we'll see how one team might have to bounce back from that and how the other team might have to ride the wave of that in this third and final map here. It's Clapper alone on this A bomb site, and he'll be late to react to these players coming out A. He's got a teammate in the form of Frisky, but that Frisky teammate is dropped. Now Clapper blind swings out. The Natural is the second up or third up on the docket. Clapper somehow manages to continue to survive, and he actually finds a frag of his own, but the reload may be his death here. The jiggle peeking around the corner will enable him to survive, but no more frags will be found from him. It's Cisco and Steve to find his own. Nick is going to come in from that A area. I always forget what this call out is. He will be unsuspected, but Steve will kill him anyway. So a nice clean round here from Smokehouse.
Yep, starting with that early momentum, keeping that momentum from Mirage, and really just grinding into pterodactyls. Although, want to see what Terra's going to do. Probably a full eco here just to get to catch the Smokehouse on that bonus next round. Not too many upgrades I can see on the Terror side, though, either. A lot of MAC-10s, dualies, looks like a Galil.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, and they went for a little bit of a nade stack on towards A main here, or B main here. Maybe catching, hoping to catch some CTs pushing. Instead, it'll be they who push into this bomb site. First frag will be found by Noto. He clears out into connector here, but Brad will reoccupy this position just in time, and the knife will come out preemptively as he walks through this smoke. He pulls his USP back out to get the kill here on Noto. He picks up the gun. It's just a SMH 10. And he dips through that smoke into Temple. Now it's Clapper next up on the docket. He'll walk through the smoke in towards the connector, but he will have found Sir Natural next up, and it's Fraud, that sneaky mother, with this SMH 10.
Fraud really liking to walk through the smoke, stealing the name of the Smoke Walkers in this round.
That's right. And he'll run back up towards his bomb site with his knife out. He gets his gun back out to fight in time, and in time to do 96 damage. But 96 ain't 100 as Sauce survives into this next round and Smokewalkers slide into their second.
Already seeing that more confident, aggressive style out of Smokehouse again. Loving to see that adaptation they made from their Inferno game.
Yeah, I would agree, and hopefully they'll be able to continue with that sort of confidence and that sort of aggression, and hopefully we'll see some sort of response, and we'll get a nice, exciting, close game here. Steve close up towards B until he decides to go straight in, and that plus a support from Dylan will yield 2 kills and an open bomb site. B has dropped it. The CPs, man, they might need to already save.
No, very aggressive push.
Yeah, and Clapper, he's going to find a kill which will maybe dissuade a save, and Frisky now with a kill of his own means a save would be foolish in this 3v3.
3v3 bomb isn't planted yet. Molly to possibly delay?
Not quite.
Oh.
It might have been extinguished by the smoke. But even if it wasn't, I guess they're still able to get the bomb planted. And the 3v3, well, it would have continued if that frag had not been found. And so now it's only 2 terrorists to defend this ticking bomb. Clapper coming in from this water position. He should be known as he had gotten that frag earlier. It's Steve to find the first. The look away from Sauce will be awkward, but not enough to find his own death. Sir Natural now left in a 1v2 scenario. The bomb is down. The smoke has been dropped in that connector position. The tap will come in. Sauce now knows he has to swing out, and instead he'll flash. He'll call the bluff of his opponent, and with the kill coming in, there will just be enough time here. And no, actually there won't. I was going back and forth in my mind on which to say, and Sir Natural was as well. Either way, it's the 3rd round for Smokewalkers.
Flashing through that smoke delayed him just long enough. Giving over the kill, but winning, more importantly, the round. Smokeworkers with a 3-0 start, keeping that confident momentum from Mirage.
Yeah, and it just makes that, like you said, the momentum, it keeps going, but it just makes, on the flip side for Pterodactyls, it just makes the mountain that you feel like you have to climb feel even larger, because it feels like you weren't able to wipe away what happened on the last map, and you weren't able to have a fresh start, and so instead of it feeling like you're here on Anubis to win a best of 1, it feels like you're here on Anubis to win a best of 1 in which you've begun handicapped, and they have. It's down 3 rounds and a 4th likely to follow, as only there are some upgraded pistols, as well as a swag 7 here on Sir Natural. He's bought down to 450, so I mean, what do you think is going on there? It seems like a bit of misalignment on the economy.
A little bit of misalignment, but probably more of a gamble, honestly. seeing that fast, aggressive B presence that that Smokehouse has shown the last few rounds, hoping to get that Mag 7 to sing a little bit, get some money ground out from that shotgun, get a couple surprise kills up close and personal, and then just, hey, keep it from there.
Yeah,
A
and there's
shift
definitely
towards the A site now.
some logic to what you're saying, because those shotguns can be effective at close range, but it's this A bomb site where things will come in, and that shotgun has had time to rotate. It's a 3-man, 4-man stack for the CTs on this A bomb site, and this is the best possible chance for them to steal around away. Frisky will open things up with a kill on the Cisco Brando. Sauce also goes for next time rush. Sauce also complete the smoke. You'll find a double kill on that position, and it's a third one from Sauce. It's the triple through the smoke for a 4-kill in the round, and he's on for the ace. Fraud now.
Haunting
Freaking
for
out.
it too.
Yeah. Here he is. No! I almost down to 1 HP. It's just the ace that shouldn't have happened. It's Sauce. He got lucky on the last one. Yeah. That's a big one. And this is the biggest part of it. A double kill coming through the smoke and the third to boot.
Good
That's
spray,
what it's
good
all
reaction to control it afterwards.
Yes. It was just very calm. It was a very calm play. And it's very easy to get excited in moments like that, especially when you're knocking on the door of a semifinal appearance here.
Not even that, the patience to lurk up through mid,
Yeah.
even against that low round buy, kind of risky. You never know who's going to be watching. Could have been that Mag 7 Officer Natural playing that mid position, trying to catch the lurk, trying to upgrade, but fortunately it was not the case. SAR really looking towards that A site, focusing all their attention, all their pressure on that A main, allowing Sauce to walk through and clean up easily those eco kills.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and they did a great job of staying together. They did a great job of trading the necessary frags, and Dylan is going to do a great job of continuing that momentum into this 5th round here as he drops Nick Time Rush, potentially before the smoke fully bloomed, but nonetheless through that smoke. It's a 4v5 situation for the Smoke Walkers here. B control. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a smoke countered by the CTs to stop this B push. And that nade on their own smoke is going to find Frisky a frag. It's 2 players to come out, and the bomb will be planted potentially prematurely as Fraud finds a pick in towards this A bomb site, B bomb site. The nade and the USP both come out, and they're running into each other in the smoke. What a conundrum here. Knife out. Fraud is aware that he's run into someone, but Steve is going to be the one to find the frag as vision resumes. Frisky now on this bomb site, holding down almost opposite style. This bomb site with the bomb ticking. It's a kill from Clapper. Steve's going to find the trade. The gonna begin to come in. Excuse me. Cisco Brando's going to find the first and the second right before the diffuser's finish. As I trip, pterodactyls, they fall.
Smoke Walker's just absolutely confident and just even with a few seconds remaining for SAR on that bomb, so close. It has to be such a heartbreaking round for SAR. Just taking that victory they think they have and getting it snatched away by Cisco.
Totally, and furthermore, they had the bomb site, but obviously you can't defuse while these T's are hiding in places like connector and main and holding for the bomb. But it was just this awkward scenario where the CTs they had the bomb site.
What a shot by Frisky!
Another awkward scenario. This time for Sauce, he nades the smoke and he just catches a glimpse over the reconstituting smoke, and that Deagle will find the frag. Dylan says, "Oh, no!" He finds one back with an equal amount of emphaticism, and it's towards this A bomb site the bomb will go. The plant begins, and the retake does as well. Smoke Walkers, they just have a response to everything, it seems. A nade through that smoke on the Nick Time Rush in mid as if they knew he was there. And it's a heavy hold here on this A bomb side. Smoke fades in towards camera. It's a kill from Nick. Now Sir Natural, he's got to do something with this Deagle, but it's him that will be pushed when it's him that needs to do the pushing. A Deagle frag, not found. Noto. He's holding this position, and he knows he's knocking on the door of not only a 6th round. Not only have they secured at least an even half, but they are walking, marching, stomping their way to a semifinals appearance here in the Nova Division. It feels like it's becoming real.
Here's that shot from Frisky in the beginning of the round.
Just
Absolutely
like
gross.
barely sees him. Do you know, like, Do you wonder if he saw him at all? Like, it looked like you couldn't see him. Sometimes it's hard to tell, right? Like,
I don't think he did. I think he was taking a blind shot because he took a couple shots right after that, but who
yeah,
knows?
I think you're right. I think he's lifting
Got to
his
see
mouse.
this one more time.
He's lifting his mouse flusher style right there. He lifted his mouse. You can
See?
see it right there.
Yeah, you
Right,
saw how he
right
kind of
before it.
pulled
Yeah,
his mouse a little bit to
you
the
can
left,
see
like
it.
he's about to aim, and then he remembers, oh, there's a wall there.
That's right. Crazy. Insane.
Might have to get a PC check on Frisky
That's
after
right.
this
Somebody
match.
check him PC. Just kidding. Frisky, he's been crisp. He's their opper. You know, he's all about the one-shot kills. It doesn't matter if it's with the big green or with the the little guy, the headshot machine. It's Dylan Carnage out towards mid with his op, and he's got a challenge. It's a 1v1 scenario here in mid with these guns, and the molly will change things. It's a rotate out as well for the T side. So that op battle will not come to fruition just yet. It's over towards A main. This battle will begin, and the FAMAS, it's not the first time we've seen that lower gun open things up in a bigger way. Stevosaurus in towards carpets with his but it's Noto who's going to find Frisky in towards mid. I wonder if Frisky found himself, a little bit lulled into a sense of security with how quiet mid was, and we just switched over as he died, but it looked like he kind of over peaked that angle without accounting for that close, possibility.
Noto also picking up an op here in the mid round. Wonder if he's trying to just kind of keep it away from these CT so they can't recover it, or if he's going to maybe set up a double op roll, something you don't really see here much, if at all, on terrorist-sided maps, or even terrorist-side play in general. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm a fan of it. I love the double op playstyle. Really just showing, hey, I don't care. I don't need the rifle. I can point and click too.
And you're right about that. Speaking of pointing and clicking, Fried is going to do so with multiple bullets. It's actually Stevosaurus to do it back. He finds a lot of damage onto Steve, but Steve, he's on the rate of terror on this A-bomb. He's going to find a double kill. Clapper's going to try things out here. It's a 2v2 scenario. Noto's going to take a lot of damage. He's going to go down to 7 HP. That molly might be enough to kill him. He jump out of the way just in time, and it's back towards mid. He goes, and back through canal goes Dylan. Information has been gathered, and Clapper goes from bad to worse as he drops from like 11 to 2 HP. He's lucky to be alive. He's writing letters home. But the bomb planted on the other side of the bomb means his tour extends. Nick Time Rush, the full HP player, he's going to come in through this temple area, or at least he would have had he not decided to save. And Clapper will follow undoubtedly. And so an upgrade for Nick will bandage the wound, but it won't stop the bleeding here, Crash, as Smokewalkers, they're going to find their 7th consecutive to open this map up.
I think we're gonna need more than a bandage at this point, Obo.
Yeah.
I think we need a full-on tourniquet. It's really trying
We
to stem
need
the
some
bleeding for this one.
cannonball wound ointment for this one.
The gut shot just won't stop. Pressure on the wound doesn't help at this point. We really got to shake things up for SAR here if they want to try to even it out, at least get 5 on this half going into the terror side.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, and this is the way that the players, should always be thinking, and that a team captain should be encouraging to think in this way, and that's that there is still 5 rounds left, and that you can still have a 5 to 7 half, and that a 5 to 7 half is always, a winnable thing. Now Stevosaurus, he's gonna miss that grenade, and maybe that's the first sign of slippage here from Smokewalkers, but the Pterodactyls, they need to stay focused if they're going to take advantage of any potential slippage from this thus far perfect T side.
I want to point out here, Supernatural on a glass cannon op right now.
Okay. So
Hopefully we can see
desperation,
that go.
maybe. Yeah.
Desperation or tactical.
Confidence, maybe, is another way to look at that, right?
Could be confidence. Set up on B main CT area. Just nope. There it
There
goes.
it
Rings
is.
through.
And I think it looked like there was a nade on that smoke as well, and if it wasn't thrown by him, it was thrown by his teammate. Either way, it's effective play. And Clapper, he's going to find one out towards A, as my rhyming and the timing, they make it easy for me. It's a 3v5 situation here for these T's, or for these CTs, as they finally find a way to stand up to this terrorist offense.
Smokewalkers grouping up in A main now, really just kind of like trying to eke any little mistake out of SAR here. But I think SAR's just going to stand their ground. They don't have to move here. They don't have to come to them. Smokewalker has to come to the bomb sites. Get that bomb down. Clapper here has got a lot to do by himself right now.
Yeah, and you wonder if maybe the CTs have left this A bomb site a little bit too shortly defended, given they're up in a 3v5 scenario, and that 3v4 is going to make things a little tougher for Frisky. He's closer than expected. He finds one notable trade fraud, trades back at Sir Natural. Puts the nail in that coffin. It's a small one, and it's maybe just the first nail in the coffin. But it is the first. Pterodactyls on the board now.
One down, 4 to go. Let's see if Pterodactyls can start clutching this up, pulling it back, making this an even match.
Yeah, and anything can happen, and momentum is a fickle thing. And we'll see if Pterodactyls can build on what little they've generated here. Frisky finding that early angle in towards connector, but the smoke is correct. The nade is also correct. The smoke will reconstitute as Frisky finds no information. Dylan limited as well in towards middle as he pops shots through the smoke and retreats. Steve, he's found a lot of ground here towards A main, and Sir Natural is certainly aware of the setup he's holding, as he ought to be. This Molly is ready at the first sign of danger, and there will be danger. He will spot it, he will throw it. It's a little shallow, but it will do the trick. He himself is mollied off, and he himself will rotate off. There's a trade, or at least a teammate coming in from this middle position, but it's the kill found in mid forward. Noto comes up as the middle player, has to go back and try to trade. Instead, it's Noto to get the kill. Frisky will find the trade. Otherwise, Sir Natural kills Cisco coming out towards A, and somehow they're not really trades, but they all are equalizing it. It's a 3v3. The A bomb side has fallen, but there's only one player here for the T side. Meanwhile, one towards mid is trying to catch rotations, and the other Sauce Awesome has had to grab the bomb. His noise will be heard, but the off shot will be missed. That's huge from Frisky. He's been consistent, but this time it's not for him. A head will be spotted. That's information on all three players. Oh no, Frisky! Find your patience. You'll find the USP. The frag is found as well. It's a search party down here in Canal. Frisky, he needs to find one more. The drop will come. The frag will be missed. Steve. Oh no! Frisky, he can't hit the shot. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Even though the frag has been found by Stevosaurus, the bomb will be coming in. Both players are known about by Sir Natural. He looks to his left at the wrong time. He looks to his right. The bomb is planted. He can't find the frag. He will. It's now just a 1v2 scenario. Sauce Awesome. He's got the bomb planted. He's got an AK-47. He's got two players to find. One is down 50 HP. He knows the information on both, but the timing. It's all about the timing. Number 5 is coming from behind with the up. He pulls out the Molotov. Will the timing be correct? It will be at least to flush him out. Sir Natural might hear the tick, but it won't matter because he's there for the swing. It's a big, big round for the Pterodactyls on that one.
Yeah, Pterodactyl's starting to show, hey, Smokewalkers, we're going to start applying the pressure ever so slowly. We gave you some rounds here. Now it's our turn to kind of answer back, grind those screws, force you to make those mistakes. You can play confident, but if you play overconfident and misstep, we are going to show you we're here to play as well.
Yeah, you said it, man. They're staying confident themselves, and they're taking advantage of any overconfidence, any mistakes that their opponents are showing, and that's exactly what you want to see when you're down 7-2 or 7-0. And now all of a sudden it's 7-2 and 7-5 seems like such a realistic possibility. You just have to take it one round at a time. And the Pterodactyls, they're certainly doing that. Smokewalkers, they want to put an end to this insolence, and they might do so with this B execute. They've got all 5 players out towards B. They've got multiple grenades lined up, and they've got an entry lined up as well. That said, the smoke will come out from the CT select entrance right away at the start. The splash will be good. Clapper, he'll find the first player coming out towards that smoke. That's Noto. More come out later. The trades are not there until Steve finds one, but Frisky, Clapper, and Frisky again will chime in. A missed shot from Frisky. We've seen that a couple times here. Will enable Dylan to get a double kill onto the bomb site. That's a little bit strange. Now, Fraud, he's in a good position. He's going to be spotted. Dylan! A big whiff from him. But a nice attempt at that 1v4.
Yeah, really pulling together. Frisky not looking as confident on the op at the moment, though. A couple of missed opportunities, missed shots. But teammates there to help pick up the slack, cover his weakness for now, and just start really applying more of that pressure. Like we said, that op might be missing, but we're pushing people into bad positions, letting our teammates take those rifles and actually get those trades out pretty evenly.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. In spite of the misses, they're able to play off each other and take care of business. And that was really a pivotal round for a lot of reasons, not just the momentum, but the economy as well. Clapper is going to find that confidence to push out and towards middle or towards B, and he's going to find a double kill. So it's just an eco round here for the Smokewalkers, yes. But the effort from the Pterodactyls prior has enabled them to find the ease now. Clapper, he'll find a 3rd kill. And it feels like 4 is all but confirmed here, Crash. And that 7-5, that really felt like it was almost stupid to say it was possible. We're knocking on the door of it.
I don't think we're just knocking. I think we're running towards it. The
Yeah,
economy here for smoke walkers is almost in shambles at this point. One round left, couple rounds of lost bonus, but I mean Cisco getting a kill here
nice.
perfectly timed actually. Uh, just about to make a comment. His money is looking a little bit lower than the other team than the rest of his team, but that kill secures him a little bit more time, a little bit more money, a little more space. Hopefully, he can get another one here. Keep that eco kind of good going into this final round of the half.
Yeah, and if he can find something funky against Sir Natural here, he might even get the bomb plant, but he's he's not going to find it. Sir Natural has been so consistent, and there's no reason for him to stop now. He's got 9 kills on the match. He's tied with his boys Frisky and Clapper leading the way with 11. Meanwhile, Steve on this T side, he's tied for the lead on the server with 11 himself, and the rest of his teammates, they're following behind him with 2 8s and 2 6s. So fairly even fragging across the board with a couple of standouts. I will point out Nick Time Rush has 0 frags on this 4-rounded side for the Pterodactyl. So he might be the X factor that's needed to change things out as Dylan is posted up towards mid on round number 12. Dylan, that post will yield. Frisky found, and Frisky he's definitely been struggling a little bit more in these last few rounds than maybe we've seen prior. Clapper with a nice aggression in towards mid here. He'll take that flash, but he won't actually be seen. That shot fired will give him away. Not enough for Dylan to be expecting him. The silenced nature of it may have masked it, but Dylan's reaction times, those are what's enough. Enough. Steve pushing up will flick back to the player he's seen. It's a nice pick from Fraud to find the dink, but not enough to get the kill. He had a double on his plate, but instead leftovers for tomorrow.
Liquid
Nick
two.
Time Rush. Wow, big double kill.
Going up the Deagle. Oh, looks away at the wrong time though.
Yeah. Well, either
Hey,
way,
still good score line to get back into the half, saying, "Hey, we are not done. 8-4 isn't the end of the world. We've seen comebacks come from even farther score discrepancies."
yeah, and you're absolutely right. And you know, I'll admit I don't know exactly how much the window changes have impacted the balance of the map, but prior to them, this map was very T-sided, and it's hard to imagine the swing has gone that much further in favor of the CTs if it has at all. So, I say this all to say, if there was a side you might want to be on, down 8-4, it might be the T side on Anubis. We'll see what Pterodactyls have in store for us here. It's a pistol round, and it's a low utility round here from the T's. They're going to expend their only smoke. There's 2 flashes left here on Frisky. They want to play in towards mid. Flash 1. It goes out, and it's a big execute towards mid. All 5 players coming in. Flash 2. It's going out. This is going to be an ace plate, guys. No. They're dropping back down through the window, and they want to go B, but they're a little bit too chubby. They'll find their way down, and the entry's a little bit far ahead. He needs to find this early kill, or at least not die before his teammates come in, and there we go. The teammates appear and Fraud. He'll end up finding that first kill. Frisky, he's going to find the follow-up. Dylan, he trades things out. The bomb will be planted in the meantime. It's a 3v4 situation favoring the T's. Sauce is going to find a kill coming in through connector. Now it's a 3v3. Things are even. Is there a kid on the board? There is not. There may be one drop from the bomb site, but that is the least of their problems. Cisco, he's focusing on frags. He finds one from behind, making a second. Clapper and Nick Time Rush. They both find one of their own. It's a 1v1 scenario here. Nick Time Rush, 17 HP. He's going to fight Cisco Brando. There's no kit. He's got to have a full 10-second defuse unless there's a kit somewhere here on the bomb side. He's going to find some damage to the side of the box, and he'll actually finish things out with a bomb defuse in tow. It's all body shots for Cisco, and it's a triple kill to find this all-important second half pistol round. Wow.
Smoke Walkers dropping a couple rounds, but getting that last round in the end, and then this pistol here, gonna give him maybe 1 or 2 rounds. I think we're gonna see a force here out of SAR though, getting that bomb plant down, probably a couple Galils, some util, maybe a Mac 10 or 2. My gut saying here, I think if I were SAR, we're gonna go hard, we're gonna go fast, we're gonna flash B, throw a couple smokes, and just run it down, try to get that bomb down as fast as possible.
And you know what? It looks like they're going for something of that nature. They won't choose to force buy fully, but they'll get upgraded pistols and 5 grenades. So there's a thought here, and the thought is nade mid, 1-2. If it was coordinated, it may have been lethal, but instead, it'll leave him limping. Noto, he's going to hold that canal's position for this from this connector position. He's going to call that it's clear, at least for a moment, as he backs up onto this B-bomb site with his teammates. So it's a 5v5 remaining here still. Damage traded back and forth across the map for an effectively even trade.
Effectively even in the damage, but not in the weapons though. Smoke Walkers have a massive weapon advantage. Looks like we're leaning towards A though, by both teams currently.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, and there might be a little bit of window towards A here for the Pterodactyls to take advantage of. They've got 4 players grouped up, and there's for a moment 1.5 players on the bomb site. Number 2 here, Sauce Awesome. He can turn around in a moment's notice, but at the moment he is supporting mid. The frags, no, the face will come out towards A. B first, I should say. Cisco Brando, he's going to find 2 towards A as they try to fake things out. But despite the B presence, the A hold is strong. It's only
That'll
1
pick
kill
up that
found
M4
back.
though.
Yeah, he does, and that's the 2nd kill found back. Dylan, he's not expected. Sir Natural. He tries to trade Clapper out as he jumps on site, but Dylan with a double kill. So, a nice effort to find those couple of kills on the low pistols. Maybe they could have snuck something a little bit more in there, slid into a round win, but ultimately doing what you kind of would expect them to do.
Yeah, I was hoping to see a little bit more of aggression out of there. They slowed down in A main a lot. They
Yeah.
dumped those nades,
Yep.
maybe some flashes instead, just to get
Yeah.
into the site instead of trying to go for a gamble essentially with those
Yeah.
nades.
No, I actually totally agree with you, and especially given that, they had the right idea with the nades, but they didn't really execute. Maybe either execute correctly, in mid with those grenades, or, execute something that you're able to execute correctly. So maybe that's something they were able to do in practice before. It just didn't work out now. And, we should encourage, it's always good to encourage teams to try something new. But I think you're totally right. If they would have maybe invested 400 more bucks into that hit, they would have found something. And meanwhile, it's Sauce. He's going to invest a push, and he's going to hit from behind. It's a double kill found under these players pushing in through this connector
That's the
position.
bomb too.
Yeah, not only is it the bomb, but it's AKs in addition. A sneaking fraud will find a double kill in the... Oh no! Nick Time Rush, he's going to find another one out on the B. That's 3 kills found on the B. The bomb, it's still dropped. Fraud, he needs to make magic happen. Instead, he'll die. And it's Sauce to find the trade. But he's certainly unaware of Sir Natural in towards mid. He's all the
Yes.
way up on top looking in that window and killing him down in connector.
Yeah, so Natural using that new change in the mid presence to catch that CT off guard,
No.
but Dylan catching him back. Bomb dropped inside of Dark right now, just outside on B site. We have Sir Natural with a great wrap though here. Is Dylan expecting it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it looks like he is.
you gotta wonder, like, why are we running into B with our knives out? We should be expecting the last player to be B, but it's Dylan. He's gonna be the one that's caught without his expectations accurate. He's shot in the side, and he drops from 80, 100. He might have been full down to 20, so he's 1 bullet away from death and Sir Natural. He's now in the driver's seat as the Pterodactyls. They look to find a 5th round here off of the 1v1 clutch. Bomb planted, reposition, executed. Dylan, he begins to come in through this B main position, excuse me, Sir Natural. He's hiding behind pillar, certain that his prey is going to come in from this other position. Oh,
Oh, the
the
dink!
dink!
Oh, such a close
Oh,
shot.
I mean, it just felt like it could have gone either way. Sir Natural was looking at E-Box as he kind of emerged into A main. He turns around at the right time. We switch perspective ourselves as the observers, and we see just this, like, photo finish, right? I mean, photo finish.
Couldn't get any closer than that. The M4 just not enough to get through that head Kevlar
Yes.
on Sir Natural.
A tragedy. Well, or a miracle. Either way, it's a round 1. And
We
we're
got
here
another.
10-5. Yeah, on Anubis. We got
Look at
another
this
boost
boost.
coming in. Yeah. This is a great boost. You love to see it catch the uppers off guard from time to time. There's been a lot of presence in mid from the Smokewalkers, but this time, not enough for that boost to pay off. Damage found. It's Sauce Awesome to drop down to 42. Now Dylan, he's going to drop to 47 before the frag is found. At least he'll kill one before he drops, and Noto's going to find the trade on Frisky. So a lot of aggression here from the CTs, but that will leave this B bomb site wide open. They've
But a
got the
couple
man
of upgrades in
advantage.
mid. But
Yes.
upgraded guns in mid now that they can pick up, try to get onto those players with armor, try to claw back these rounds before we can give SAR too much momentum. But Clapper, oof, great kill.
Yeah, it's tough to fight that AK with the Mach 10 like that. He does good to get half damage and make it still possible for his teammates retaking. It's a 3v3, and I think from what we've seen thus far, they won't elect to save. Why would they? Sauce Awesome. He's going to find one. He's going to find the info on the second, but no frag. Noto is going to find that frag. Fraud with the trade down to 1v1 situation here. Fraud finding some damage onto himself. Actually, it's Cisco to find the damage on the Fraud. That said, he runs around looking for, I don't know, a kit? It might have been that. Either way, Cisco, he's not got the time, and the round is over. It's Smokewalkers and Pterodactyls. They're continuing this fight, 6-10.
Like we said earlier, any teams can grind back from any disadvantage at this point. Taking a timeout here now for the Smokewalkers. What do you kind of want to see from them now that, hey, we had this advantage, now we're starting to lose it a little bit. What do you think's going on through their heads?
I mean, I think they're just trying to figure out how to maintain consistency and maintain the balance that gets you to a map 3, right? I mean, both teams have won a map. Both teams have shown that they've got what it takes to win against their opponents, right? Which might be like an obvious thing to say, but the bottom line is they should be confident in like being able to kill each other, right? Like they know either team can win, and so both teams need to be going for that consistency. Both teams need to be just going for that level that they know they have, right?
Yep.
Which is obviously easier said than done.
I do want to point out here, Cisco on an auto shotty this round.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if that plays any kind of role in the smoke game. It's Dylan Carnage to open things up onto Sir Natural through that window. We've been talking about it so much. Wherever it's placed, it's impactful. And this time, it's Sir Natural to find that opener. This nade could do some nice damage, and it will onto 2 players. Sauce down to 50. That's a 100% damage nade onto Sauce.
Yep, great nade placement there. Trying to catch out Dylan, thinking he might be tucked away, being low.
Yeah, and he did get a little bit of chip damage on Dylan. Not enough for the kill. But it
I think
might
that puts him
still
in
be
AK body shot
impactful.
range, though.
Yeah, exactly. So every little bit counts, and you never necessarily fully know exactly what's going to happen. But I could wager that an engagement at this range would not, happen for an auto shotty. And he almost made it work. But Frisky, he was there. He turned around and he took care of business.
Those XMs can be deadly even at range, but just those pellets at RNG, just not enough to get Frisky off. Frisky was able to turn and get
Absolutely.
that shot off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. And Noto, he kind of looks like he like disconnected a little bit there. He gets caught in that corner out in the open. He didn't want to be there. And it's a split in towards this A bomb site. Sauce, he's gonna random his way into Clapper. Neither were ready for each other. And it's Fraud who's not gonna random Carnage. That's a nice flick and a reaction from him. Sauce trading it
down
out.
low.
Fraud. A nice trade for him, and now it's a 1v2 situation. The bomb has a chance to get planted, and the smoke down will give him the ability to reposition. The reload will enable the CTs to get a bit more information on him, but that first frag, it's just not there. Fraud. He's going to drop in spite of his, chance, and the defuse will come in. It's Smokewalkers on 11, and you got to wonder how much steam is left in this tank.
Yeah, holding off on that defuse. Oh, I thought they might hold off on that defuse. They grab that op in water from Frisky, but it doesn't seem like they want it that badly. They want the AKs more.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and wanting it more is really gonna, change things when it comes down to the stretch,
Yeah, SAR's money here pretty low, letting him win 1 or 2 rounds, but keeping those rounds close, breaking that economy down. Gonna have to be a force here. No more tack timeouts for them either.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question. And this tech timeout is, like you said, worth its weight in gold. It's tough. It's Counter-Strike. Sometimes you put up against the wall, and sometimes you got to go win that eagle round. And we've seen eagle rounds won in this series throughout the season, throughout the seasons. And this is going to need to be one of them. They've got a little bit of help on this AK from Sir Natural. They've hopefully got a little bit of confidence from what I said earlier. Like, they should have the confidence that they can beat these guys, that they can out-aim these guys, that they can win rounds against them. It's not a given, but it's possible. And it's towards B that this possibility will need to be realized. It's through the mollies they go. The flashes will blind them, but it's the nades that'll die them. Notorious will find it as well. A double kill. And it's just Sir Natural with that hero AK. Not so much of a hero now.
Bomb dropped in the middle of the site as they push through, blind, deafened by the nades, blinded by the flashbangs, and just absolutely decimated by those AK bullets recovered.
Yeah, and
if anybody can do it, Sir Natural can.
Yeah, you're right. He's been a fragger here for this Pterodactyl side, especially in the first map. It's been Clapper and him in the second map. Fraud and Frisky on 12 as well, so a lot of contribution coming in, but it's this flank that's got a lot to contribute here, and he's not even looking in towards the spawn. It's Dunzo. But I mean, you don't hate that call from the Pterodactyls. I think they had a situation where there's only 2 players on B at the B bomb site. They had pretty good spacing right up until the end there when the first player kind of went out on his own. I get that they were flashed and there was some good counter util from the CT, so sometimes there are confounding factors that you can't necessarily overcome. But I do think that they made a good decision, maybe slightly failed in the execution, alongside a good response from the Smokewalkers.
I think you summed it up perfectly there. Smoke Walker's response in that timeout, hey, kind of reminiscent to that Inferno timeout
Yeah.
that we had earlier in this match, where hey, we took that timeout when we just got hammered by that util in response. Similar play here, similar situation, but not on the penultimate round, not in this level of stakes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And these stakes, they're high and they're pressure filled and they're drawing pterodactyls to that A bomb site. And a lot of times when the pressure is high, you just want to do something simple. And it doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. Trading out onto the A bomb site on Anubis, the off bomb site. That might be a great way to find yourself some success and to take things one round at a time. Now, that said, Noto is going to get a lot of information towards Canal, and the fake in towards A is going to draw a lot of players. That's actually going to draw 4 players in. Noto is going to find a critical first frag, and that may be all the differences. It gives Steve a little bit of time to run in. He'll get the molly down. He'll be able to separate some side players, but not enough to stop the bomb from coming out. And all 3 side players make that, well, it was 3 out of 4, but now it's 3 out of 3 are on this A bomb site. They were. Dylan finds a double kill. And I take that back. There was only 3 here to begin with. Now it's Sir Natural to find the frag, and that player that I kept forgetting, it was Frisky, who was not on the bomb side. He'll be shot in the back by Cisco Brando. Fellers, that's Nova quarterfinals done. At least this first match. The Smokewalkers, they're going to find Anubis. They're going to find this third map, and they're going to advance themselves to the semifinals. What a back and forth series. And although this last map went 13-6, it really felt like it was a lot closer, a lot more near to the end there.
Yeah, especially with those economy breaks that we had on that backside of the half, starting to come back up with it SAR, but getting crushed down and just ground out slowly, methodically by Smokehouse.
Yeah.
Excellent play by them, gaining that footing after a rocky map one, really gaining that footing on Mirage and just not taking their foot off the gas.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna try to figure out what it felt like to be having your foot on the gas like that, as we seek an interview with the Smokewalkers here. So let's see if we can get somebody to join us. But in the meantime, Crash, I mean, just going from all these 3 maps, what do you think is the kind of overarching narrative of this reverse sweep here from the Smokehouse?
I mean, if I was in Smokehouse's shoes, I'd be a little dejected starting out in Inferno. Hey, I'm confident, I'm feeling good, we're getting into our playtime, but then getting that hard fought, just we tried, but we took that pacing slow, and then coming in, hey, okay, we need to readjust. Going into Mirage, we're confident this is our map. We know what we're doing, showing that we can be aggressive. And then finally, just taking that momentum with that runaway on Mirage, going into Anubis, keeping that confidence high, keeping those strats clean, keeping everything tight, showing that the executes can work. But hey, we can also freestyle a little bit and just rifling down SAR. Just even though they came back a little bit in that second round of the second half of that last map, keeping that constant foot on the gas, keeping that pressure down, just really showing, hey, we are in control. These are our maps now.
Yeah, well, and one of these people that was in control was Dylan Carnage, and hopefully he'll be able to tell us a little bit more about what it felt like to kind of go from a state of not being in control to take that control over, right? You lost the first map, it was a competitive map. All the maps are competitive regardless of like the score lines. Even that 13-4, maybe that one was not so competitive. But what was it like having to take control of the map and then be in the driver's seat, Dylan?
I think it's part of it. We went into it confident, like always, but I think we kind of just came out flat to start in on that first map. Especially like I know I didn't play well in that first map, but overall I don't think we played bad. I think it was just few things here and there, and then the second and third map we were more confident on, and we had more better or a lot better communication and more, I guess, not really set strats, but more kind of set in our ways and know what we need to do in certain areas, I guess.
Yeah, and do you think like what do you think owes to the difference kind of in complexion for you guys from map to map? Was it like a warming up into things sort of deal? Was it a preference for this map over that map sort of deal? Yeah, how did things change for you over the course of the series?
I think part of it was warming up, kind of getting the shot warm a bit, but then the other part was just kind of getting everybody locked in and everybody on the same page and just taking it round by round. Because like you said, we lost that first map, and I don't think we really felt good after that first map in retrospect. But uh, we kind of just put that aside and just took it round by round after that. Once we knew more or less how to play against SAR, then we kind of took advantage of it and went from there.
Yeah, speaking of taking advantage of it, after that dominant performance on Mirage, what were the thoughts there? Hey, we're going into Anubis. We want to keep that foot down there, or do we want to try to switch things up? We got some confidence back. Are we going to try to get a little more aggressive here? What was going on in your thoughts into that third match?
Yeah, at some points, we wanted to get a little bit more aggressive in that third one, but we knew they had a tendency to be aggressive at times, especially if we didn't show anything off the bat on when we were on T side. If we played a little slow, we knew they would make a mistake, either push through B main on Anubis or just kind of try and find a way to. They're trying to make a play, but then we're just waiting for them to try and make that play, and we ended up stopping them more times than not.
Going into one of those tack pauses towards the end of the match, I saw that you guys were you guys kind of gambling that you towards B, or were you like, hey, these guys really like to hit B when they're kind of desperate?
We kind of just gambled mainly because we didn't really have, well, they hadn't really pushed A much at all, and even if they were going to try to push A, we were fine trying to retake it. I think control B, even though we did lose control B a decent amount, it was always in a position where we could retake in the end with our util or just with our numbers. Uh, I feel like our retakes were actually a lot better than I expected in some circumstances, but uh, yeah, in general, we just kind of let them play into us, and it ended up working out.
So you've won this quarterfinals match. You're going into a semifinal against a team that had a bye. I think it's Imp or former Imp, but even if it isn't, both of these teams awaiting quarterfinalists and the semifinals, they've had a bye. So, from your team's perspective, is there any sort of apprehension going into Imperators or former Imperators, or is there an expectation that you're going to beat them? What has been the sort of kind of like hierarchy of teams? Good teams and bad teams this season, and are you kind of nervous going into this team that they've that's earned the bye?
In general, like during the season with the BO2s, I think they've been honestly, in more times than not, they've been pretty close.
Okay,
Whether it's 1-1s or even 2-0s, like they end up being fairly close maps. But for semis and such, being a BO3, it kind of adds that extra kind of map to it that you wouldn't necessarily see sometimes during
sure.
the season. But whether it's imp or BT that we play, we're just gonna go out, take it one map at a time, one round at a time, and just try and do. We've beaten both of those teams before during the season, so we know we can beat them, and it'll just be to hopefully we show up on Wednesday and play well.
Well, I mean, that's great to hear. And you guys have played confident tonight, and you seem like you've got confidence going forward. Now, for my last question, there's a lot of fan clubs here in CSC or in EPE. Goodness gracious. There's a lot of fan clubs here in EPE. What would you say to found the Dylan Carnage fan club? Prove to all the people out there that there should be a Dylan Carnage fan club. Go.
I mean, hey, I should have been, if there would have been the MVP last season for silver, I would have gotten it for the playoffs. So let's see if I can hopefully manage something for the semis and finals, and see if I can help SMH win a trophy in Nova.
Yes, you heard it here first. You should be in the Dylan Carnage fan club because he's a baller. And I can see in the chat we've already got one baller fan of this baller fan club. So let the legend begin tonight. Dylan Carnage and co. They're on to the semifinals. This silver self-proclaimed MVP continues his march to a championship, and we march our way to the end of the stream here. It was a great best of 3, and it's it's gonna hopefully segue us into a great semifinals. So Dylan, thank you for joining us on the desk. Bible, thank you for being here behind the scenes doing the observing that I so often am doing myself. Sir Crash the second, Crash Jr., young Crash, the man of many names. Thanks for joining me and thanks for being with us here. It's been a lot of fun having you on the stream, and I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more of you. And to all the viewers, thanks for joining us here. In spite of all the things that happen without viewers and without players like you, Dylan, none of it is worth it. So this is Obo signing off for Entry Point Esports EPE. And we will see you guys all this upcoming Wednesday for more playoff action. We've got Nova playoff action coming up. After that, we've got Guardian playoff action coming up. And then in the future, there's more seasons. So thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm looking forward to joining you in the future. Good night.